MMO for yourself. It's available at Embers Adrift. I got the .com, which I've got the link for that down in the description. But let's head on out here. And let's get to exploring. How's everybody doing today? Should probably drop that I'm streaming this on the community content page here too. All right, cool. So let's load into here. I'm gonna see what things. We'll probably head up into the Meadowlands this time. I've been doing a lot of streams over. I do like. Whoa, a little flicker there. I do like that zone, Dryfoot. But I've spent a lot of time there, and it is difficult to solo there. And if I get a group going, it's likely we're going to try to go get that Glen back in that frog cave again. Man, we haven't seen him in forever, dude. It's like Glen is the most elusive named mob, man. I can't find him. We haven't even seen him since way back. Way back. Alright. These are all gray, of course, in this zone. Ooh, I like that echo. Sounds good. Alright, we're going to head up here, and we'll make a left and head down that way. See what kind of fate is awaiting us. Got my torch, too. Really dark. Really dark. If the darkness gets too aggravating, let me know, guys. I can turn the contrast up if needed. Just let me know. Let me know in chat. What's up, Sparrow? I'm going to switch subclasses. I want to do some CC. Nice. Well, I'm headed over to the Meadowlands. For anybody that wants to join me, no pressure. But if you want to join me, that's where I'm heading. Is that the... Yeah, the Meadowlands, yeah. Go pick a fight with something. One thing to notice about this game when you're playing it that is pretty interesting. Somebody mentioned this in a stream a little while back. Is that if you pay attention to his feet, like they've done a good job of like I think the word is I think the way you word it is it's like kinetically matches to the terrain. You'll see his ankles and stuff twist if the terrain changes a bit. Kind of impressive. I don't know if that's I don't know if it's a toolkit built into Unity or if they've specifically programmed that. I'm not sure, but it is fairly impressive. It's just a small detail that is pretty good. All right, we are getting close to that zone line, folks. And of course, I logged in and started playing at nighttime. That's just how we do it. That's just how it always ends up. Ooh, just hit 50 on Lotro. Congrats, Sparrow, you made it. I'm at 47, and I think when we logged off after when we played last Tuesday night, I believe I'm super close to 48. So tonight, I'm going to hop on before it hits midnight and knock out a couple of the, what they call the missions. I'll definitely get to 48, and then, you know, throughout the week, I'll hop on when I got time through the day, knock out missions. I'll definitely make it to 50 by next Tuesday, no doubt. Because for anybody that doesn't know, we're playing Lotro on Tuesday nights with the Pantheon Plus on their stream, which is on Twitch. I stream there every Tuesday night playing an MMO. Right now, we're playing Lord of the Rings Online, having a blast. We're going to start the Moria stuff. We did the quest last session, last Tuesday, a couple days ago. And we're headed into Moria, so we'll be doing some, you know, some raid type content. It's going to be super cool. Really looking forward to it. But grats, Sparrow. Big grats on the 50. I'm higher than I'm a higher level now at 47 than I've ever been in Lotro. I've never made it this far. And this is my highest level character on Embers Adrift, who's level 18. And it took me way more hours to get to 18 in this game than it did to 47 in Lotro, let me tell you that. This is a slow burn game. I like it, though. And it's something I've requested for a long time for MMOs. Let's make that journey good and long. Oh, Witcher just got online. Hang on before I zone. Ah, don't zone yet. Let me invite him. There we go. Now we can zone over to the beautiful, wonderful Meadowlands. Same, never been to Moria. Neither have I, and I've always wanted to. most people play the game, that's like one of the first things they say is you got to play and do Moria. So it's gonna be really cool to get there. Get to do it and see. And plus, we walked in, and even like that entrance area, oh, it's looking good. It's looking like it's gonna be super cool. Looking like it's going to be excelente. Alright, here we are. Zoning in. Here we go. Alright, Witcher's in the group. Let's find something to get our torch out. Let's find something nearby. Maybe we'll just head down to the turtles, because that's near the entrance. And I think they still con decent for me. They're not too dangerous, from what I remember. Should be some right down here. What we don't want to do is pick a fight with those bears, okay? I've certainly, hopefully, learned my lesson. I'm level 18, Tom. What's up, Tom? What's up, Thaywall? So how long do you want to take to get to 50? You play a couple hours a day. I mean, honestly, I'm okay with. I wasn't making fun of Lotros. I think that they've done a good job with keeping that game. The journey is still important, and there's so many ways you can do it. I wasn't making fun of Lotro. I think they did a good job. I think comparative for how long the game's been out, you compare that with other RPGs or MMOs that have been out the same amount of time or ish. I think Lotro's in a much better state of the journey still being fun and important. I just meant this game is super old school, whereas Lotro's, it takes a while to level up, especially when you hit, 30. There's a big spike in the amount of time of levels, and then when we hit 40, it was shocking, actually, how big of a jump it was. So, and that game goes to like 100 and something, 140, 160. Oh, you meant for Pantheon. Less than this, okay? This is a little too much. I feel like, to be honest with you, maybe if you take P99, classic EverQuest style leveling, maybe about double that speed is what I'm thinking. About double the speed of P99. Somewhere in that realm is what I'm kind of hoping for with Pantheon. Because for anybody who doesn't know, Pantheon Rise of Fallen is my most anticipated MMO. It's the one I'm literally salivating at the mouth for. It's the one I threw all my full support, every dollar I could afford at. Absolutely do all the test sessions. Love that game to death. It's the one I'm looking forward to the most, by far, too. There's not even like competition at this point. Like, there's nobody out there making the kind of MMO I want besides Pantheon. All right, let's yeah, these will be no issue at all with little breaks, and we'll do this. Oops, Sparrow just logged in. Go ahead and throw her an invite. And I'm right at the turtles, guys, but if you need me to run up to the entrance, just let me know. We'll hop in a voice chat here for anybody that wants to join too. I got a friend request. Well, I like that. I don't think you could do that before. It popped up. It said I got a friend request. I clicked it. Pending. What? Oh, Sparrow. There it is. I don't know why I didn't see that. I thought me and Sparrow were already friends in this game. This one's hitting a little harder. Throw up some defense. Freaking turtles! There we go. Now we got it. Now we're doing good. Okay. Hey, what's up, Truck Station 5? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Alright. I didn't loot the other one either. Ooh, we got some urine on them. Ooh, man, it's dark. Let's see. The other one's body already gone? It looks like it is, huh? Alright, let's rest for a bit here. Look at Blooper up there. All beautiful. All beautiful. Is 14 too low for what you... No, not at all. Alright, let me hop into a voice chat channel here. Alright, if you guys want to join, I am in a voice chat on my Discord. Alright, get some health back here. And then... Where's all turtles at? Okay, there's still one out there. Doing great. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Okay, let's grab his ridge back. Hey, what's up, Sparrow?
Not too much. Having a good day.
You are having a good day?
Yeah.
How's the puppy doing? Better?
Better. They gave him... Gosh, it was an expensive visit, but...
Yeah.
We got him feeling a lot better. He's going to the bathroom normally. And, like, it took a day with the heavy anti-diarrhea stuff they gave him.
Yeah.
So,
For
he's on
kick
tons
in.
of antibiotics. He's on... Yeah, he's feeling way better. Good thing he's cute.
Yeah. That's why I took my wife to the doctor yesterday, because she's cute. She's having a bad sinus infection. It's just like all up in her. And I can't relate. I have no sinus issues ever. If I can't breathe, I have a cold. There's no other reason it happens. So, but my sister had them really bad.
Hopefully she's feeling better soon.
Yeah, they got her on antibiotics too. So.
What do you feel like getting up to today? We're killing some turtles.
I figure if we can get when Witcher gets here, like we'll find something for now. Maybe the rabbits down the water here. Might be decent XP, and then if we get more people gathered up, I really want to go back in that frog cave, try to get Glenn again, at least for a little bit, and it's good XP there too, and then whatever everybody wants to do.
I heard those rabbits are good XP. I've never done them before.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people go. Pretty classic. Even the one... Whew, so dark out here. Even the ones right here at the water are pretty good, but I think if you follow it down, there's some better ones. There's also there's alligators down there. Those are good too.
Once I zone into Meadowlands, I had left.
Left, yeah, down towards the water. Then you'll see me, because I didn't go over towards the bears. We'll at least, heading down left, we'll at least see each other on our tracker. Hey, what's up, Jetly Inferno? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good, man. How's this game for solo play? Like old EQ or even worse? Yeah, like it's old EQ style. It's definitely, this game is definitely the kind where you're going to be looking for party. Now they do have a social menu here to help you find groups. So I noticed there was one. I think it only shows you the ones within your range. So like this one popped up. That's my range of some people leveling up here in this same area. So if I wasn't streaming and trying to make an organic group, I could just join these guys. So they did make it easier than the old EverQuest days. You don't have to spam zone chat. I mean, people do, but you don't have to. You can typically find somebody in your level range fairly quick. I've seen a group my level range almost every time I've logged in, at least one. Soloing is it's fine at the beginning of the game, but what would you say, Sparrow, about level close to 10, somewhere in that range, you're going to really want to level up? I mean, group up. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, I would say sooner even.
Yeah, like, even sooner, yeah.
You're going to get a couple levels figuring out your character, and then you're going to want to do those bears. You're going to want to go into some of the central vein type stuff, so you'll want to group right away, really. And the quests
kind of lead you in that direction too. If you're talking to people and you're grabbing up quests, you'll it ain't a quest based game, but it has quests for gear and items and
good
things.
Gear.
Yeah, good gear.
I guess you'd say you don't have to group up until you're around 10, but you'd want to.
Yeah. Okay, I see you're near me now. There you are. Alright, yeah, we'll just kill stuff around here till at least Witcher gets here, and then we can probably move to something a little better.
I think these drop ichor for me.
Oh, the Ember Flies?
Yeah.
Nice. I like killing them because they have their own light source.
That's a good strategy.
There's a named one. Oh, I hear Stomp. Where's that big turtle at? I hear him, but I don't see him.
We got action.
Oh, it's a regular size ridgeback. Okay. You seen this,
That scared me. The ridgeback.
It's hard to see him coming at you in the darkness.
Take that.
I feel like in this game when I play it and I'm like, I don't have a group or, you know, sometimes you're just in the mood to just solo, I'll find mobs that drop what my class needs, which is urine for the tanks, and I'll just farm those, and I'm not really even paying attention to the XP. I'm getting a little bit, but it's not substantial enough for me to focus on, and I'll just focus on collecting my resource. You're getting some XP, but I find that to be a relaxing good time if you're in the mood just to grind a bit and chill out after a long day at work or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I've done that as well.
Oh, I didn't know that, not me. See, I've not really... Actually, let me just be honest here. I've not done that at all. The professions and stuff. Not me says if you focus on professions, you'll blast through at least the first 7 levels without even thinking about grouping.
Oh.
Didn't
Yeah,
know
I guess
that.
it just depends what you want to do, right?
Yeah. Here, another stomping. Oh, it's this guy.
There is options.
Yeah, there is options, yeah. And getting to be more each month as they update it, too.
Yeah. That's kind of what got me reinterested, is that I noticed they're just putting so much work into it that I'm treating it more like I'm playing an early access alpha kind of thing, and I'm getting to see the game built. I'm
That's
treating
how
it
I
more,
feel.
yeah,
That's how I
than
feel.
expecting to hop in and everything's there and what you'd expect from a finished MMO.
I agree 100%. And it's, I saw the devs the other day fighting this really cool looking bird boss. It looked awesome. Alright.
Oh, those looked really cool. I saw them
You saw
only
that?
in like a still shot.
Yeah. And it turned ashen on them. It was all golden looking. It was pretty cool. Yeah, they did lower the cost. It's $30 to buy the game now, and sub is $10 permanently. Yep. Which is super cool. And I feel like that's a very fair for what you get.
Yeah.
And I've seen something. This is very telling to me. I've talked to a few people, and some of you might even be in chat right now, who played EverQuest, specifically enjoyed P99, or the when they do the TLP servers and that early era of EverQuest. And I've seen a lot of people jump, and now they play Embers as their main game. It gets that itch that they have, but it's a new game, so. Yeah, and when the magic and... They got a lot more fantasy mobs now, but, you know, they still got a while to go to really give it that super awesome feel when you're out and about, but it's gotten a lot better. But the magic will be the biggest upgrade the game will get when that comes into the game. I expect the population to triple, if not more, at that point.
Yeah, and if you're interested in seeing or showing off... Oh, actually, I don't know. Can you stream the QA?
Yeah, I guess I
They have the
could,
new-
yeah.
Yeah, new QA server.
Yeah, I'll look and make sure, but I think you can. That would be a fun stream, just check out the new stuff.
Yeah.
You copy your character over, is that how it works? I don't. I think
That's what I've heard. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I'll check. I don't know for sure if they allow you to stream that, but I'll check. And if you can, I will do that one day. That'd be fun.
Especially if you know something cool is coming up.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, let's kill. We got more of these ember flies that pop. We'll kill those. Try to get you some more resources. That one in the distance has a red light. Do you see that? Or is that just because it's far away? I
That
think
looks
it's
like a tree or a campfire or something. One of those, if you bring it over, it'll turn them ember.
Yeah.
My windows actually stayed.
It was stuck?
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Oh.
When you log in, your targeting windows are in the wrong spot. We're back to like general spot.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Did you see the tweet from Pantheon from VR?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. What was it?
So they're giving away 3 pre-alpha.
Yes.
Just for that session, plus buddy codes.
Yeah, so everybody gets to bring a friend. So 3 people
Yeah.
plus each gets to bring a friend. So 6 people get to try out Pantheon. And don't you kind of feel like there's a little extra hype on this session than the previous one?
Well, if they're inviting.
Yeah, they're inviting more
instead of-
people.
Yeah.
And it just feels like in their communication that might be something.
They're excited about something.
Something, yeah. And
But
they did
to be fair, they're often excited about things.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to like hype people up and it be something.
Yeah.
Smaller.
It could be the same. It could just be a small. It could, is the death thing? Is that public? I'm afraid to say. Anyway, we know some things that are going to be different.
That's not public, no.
Okay, we know some things that I think will make the test session really fun. Let me just say that.
Yeah. I mean, if they decide to have like anyone do another streaming thing, a lot of things will be known anyway.
Yeah, but until then.
Till then, no.
Yes, the big turtle that storms around. That's a late game boss. I don't know if you have to be absolute max level. I don't think you do, because I saw some people taking out some of those bosses, and they were just high level, 35 or so. So I don't know at what point you can take them on, but it's definitely what I would consider in game. Yeah. For solo play, I'd say it is more restricted than EverQuest. Basically, everything plays like a melee. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Might want to have some tea or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat and drink.
Resources back. What do they call the blue? Stamina?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know how ranged Cleric's, what was that, Warden was? I mean, they have a bow and all that, but I don't know how much. There's no root or anything or snare as far as I know. So it would be very
Not on
melee.
that class, yeah. That I'm aware of, there may be. But I know for any kind of CC, the Brigandine, I think, is the class for that. But that's not ranged.
Is that what Mujin was playing and got frustrated with it because it's really hard? Or I should say it's really easy to break the mez?
Yeah.
I think he played the Brigand.
Yeah, back then there wasn't much to let you know something was. It was hard to tell. They've added that sleep-looking, that ZZZ, I think it was. If I'm remembering right, it's a little easier to tell what's been CC'd now.
Oh, that's nice.
Which I'm a big fan of. Like, I need to know what CC. Need to be able to look around and tell. We all know a great MMO can last almost 20 years or more, so I'm patiently waiting for Pantheon. I avoid dogpiling on negative comments, but man, they make me mad. People are so whiny these days. Yeah, I agree. Well, I think what bothers me the most is, like, I don't mind, you know, any kind of, any kind of feedback or, you know, anything. It doesn't really bother me, but what does bother me is when people are just repeating the same thing a content creator's saying, and they haven't even researched it. They're just spouting out what they've heard in some other video somebody say, and that just gets annoying because it's like word for word the same thing. It's like you are just saying what everybody else is saying. Like, make your own opinion.
What gets me is when somebody is following the game so closely and all they do, like, they show up to every post, everything to say something negative, and it's the same thing they say every single time.
Yeah.
I find that so annoying.
That
it's
is
like,
annoying.
take a break then. Like, why are you following
Yeah.
every post?
And following a game during its development isn't for everybody, you know?
Right.
I like the way Josh Strife Hayes said it, where he's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and you know, I'll play it when it comes out. I'm not interested in the development process, you know? So, I'm just not. So, I'm just chill until I hear big news, right? Of a point where I can play it, and then I'll be interested. And that's okay. I would say that's the majority of how people probably are.
Yep. Because you know most of them are going to be there day one when
Sure.
it comes out.
Sure.
So why spend your time just being frustrated and negative?
And it's not like it helps, right? It's not like you can go cry about it's taking too long. That helps nothing. That's not valuable feedback, you know?
Right.
They have no choice. You know, if they could release the game tomorrow, they would. In a state that was sustainable. The reason why they can't is because they can't. So what difference does it make whether you tell them that or not?
Yeah. You saying every post, this game's never coming out.
Right.
Okay, then why are you still here?
How many hours?
Just needed to say that.
How many hours do I play MMOs a day? Probably, I'd say it probably averages out about 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Pretty good for
a
crowd
lot of
control.
MMOing.
Yeah, I do a lot of MMOing. People come up with massive game-changing suggestions. Oh, that's pretty annoying, too. It's like, all right, well, we're a little bit past that phase of development, thank God. I'm not doing idea shopping.
Pretty solid on what they want. Now, the cool thing about being in the pre-alpha, I'd say, is that you do get to give feedback on certain things. Now, not the main tenets at all. Those are set.
Right.
But how some things are implemented,
Yeah.
you get a say.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, your 2 cents, you know?
Yeah, how they feel, how classes play, as they introduce new features, what you think about them, and they're pretty specific too, and their questionnaire they do after those of getting the exact answers they need to help with development. Tip for the jar, good sir. Thank you, Vaughn. Thanks for the super chat, Vaughn. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. There's Witcher. Is he on a different character? No, he's on his 22. Okay. He is leveling up a Marshall. He said in chat he got him up to level 6. Because I think he wants to switch to that when he gets caught up. Alright,
Bounty's trying to level as well, but I don't know how much time he has to hop on. Yes, I said your name. He looked over. Hey, babe. I am 14 and Nathan's 18.
Yeah, if he wants to come join... Is he playing right now?
He's contemplating it. I can see.
Oh, okay. Well, no pressure, but if he wants to come play with us, he can.
He said you can join us if you want to play. What level are you? Below 10?
It happens, Vaughn. Don't worry about it, man. I knew what you meant. Oh, interesting. So technically, he is his marshal right now. We'll stick around the easy stuff for now. Then that's interesting. So I forgot you could do that in this game. You can switch your class, but it has to be in the same. What's the word I'm looking for? It has to be in the same role. So you can be like a tank. You can switch to a different tank. You have to start your leveling over. Or if you're a striker, which is the DPS, you can switch to one of the other strikers. What do these con to you, Sparrow? These ember flies?
They're like a light blue? I think bounty might be loading in.
Oh, nice.
I think I can just verbally get him here because we're not anywhere complicated.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a minute. And he can hit these. I know last time he played this, he was having trouble hitting them because they're too high level, but he'll be able to land on these. We can even move up to something too once he gets here. I'll wait till he gets here though, because we're easy to find right now. Let's see what this deer. There we go. It's a little better. Might get the ridge back too, though. Let's see. There we go. Of course, Bounty's welcome joining live in the Discord chat too if he wants to. But he might be working, not be able to. I just bought Embers Adrift yesterday. I only played solo so far. I'm really hoping to get into some groups this weekend. Haven't seen much activity in the starter zone yet, though. Yeah, did you see earlier, Crank, where I showed the social window? That helps. Now, not every group puts themselves up there, but it's typically a good place just to check if you just have some... You just log on, you just want to see if there's an active group. Of course, asking in zone helps a lot, too. And the range of like, level range that you can join other people is really high. Grabbing the turtle beached over here.
Every time I hit a level, it throws me back to, Project Oregon. That ding sound, it's the same ding.
Is it the same ding?
Yeah.
Interesting. Butcher's got the spear out today. Yeah, that's a big feature of this game, is that no cash out at all. That's why it has a box price and a subscription fee. So that you don't get... Oh, there's Big Boy. I'm going to stay back a little bit. Okay, he's moving on. Discord made some policy changes. You mean Discord overall? I haven't seen it. YouTube has some new policies that went into effect here in the past couple of days about language. Basically, you know, aggressive curse words, too much of it, and you'll be demonetized, or cursing within the first, I don't know, 30 seconds or something like that, you can be demonetized. Stuff that
Who's demonetizing?
YouTube, if there's too much bad language.
Really?
Yeah, which it makes sense. I mean, they got advertisers. I mean, nobody wants to advertise after somebody's using the F-bomb every 5 sentences or every 5 words.
I totally agree with that. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, they've been slowly cranking that up for a while. And, you know how it is. Anytime something changes, you got people flipping out and, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of drama. But it's like, guys, do you like to get paid? Because, like, you know, advertisers aren't, they don't like that.
I think Bounty just had some work pop up, but he does plan on joining.
Okay, yeah, no problem. He'll be pretty relaxed, so when he's got an AFK, it's no big deal. Hope I get one of these 3 slots in Pantheon I've been hyped for. Okay, you're in?
Nice. Good luck.
Good. Yeah, anybody that's interested, that's been wanting to try it, you should. It's very easy to sign up for it. Check them out on Twitter would be the easiest way to get to it I can think of. Because they posted about it a few times.
Yep.
So if you go to Pantheon Rise of the Fallen on Twitter, you'll find it. Guys, I'm going to have to take a quick break. I drank a bunch of water this morning, and it is ready to move out of me. I will be right back, guys. Give me just a second. I am back.
Welcome back.
Grab this bunny rabbit.
What exactly are the rabbits?
I know if you follow this, there's a spot where there's like ruins. I don't remember where that is. Those might be a little too, or those are like double up, triple up. But once Bounty gets here, we'll move down the river a little bit and see what we got. Because these are gonna be a little too easy for us, what we're doing now. Is he on me? Oh my gosh, he's still not on me.
Too scary.
Yeah, he does not care about me at all. I don't know if he's glitched or... Come on,
yeah,
dude.
it looks like he gets hung up on something.
Yeah, he's getting stuck. He can't get to me. Okay, let's skip him. Very non-aggressive turtle. I can't hit him when I'm swimming.
I'm hoping Mana Rohan finally wins one.
That would be nice. Or Redbeard Flynn would be nice.
Or Redbeard, yeah.
Playing is believing, my friends. How do you like the new swimming anime? They're great. I'm super happy that's back in the game. That means that's one more thing I can say that you guys have done that a big studio like Amazon still hasn't done. Swimming. And what's up? How you doing, Embers Adrift team? And those look like, they look like in-house animations too. I don't know if they are or not, but they look like they are. Oh, Archbishop also entered into it.
Oh, good luck, Archbishop. Be great to see you.
Oh, what's he giving me here? Oh, he's got a bunch of urine. Sweet.
Witcher's been saving up his urine for you.
Yes. Oh, that's a high-level urine.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks, Witcher. Alright. And... yeah, let's just stay here till Benny gets here. And then we'll move down.
Yeah, he's still doing work stuff. Surprise me.
I'm doing excellent. Playing an MMO with my buddies. Doesn't get much better than that.
Of course he turns ashen.
Yeah, of course. When we got an ad. Alright, I'm gonna grab the other one on me and then we'll kill the ash. Oh, you already got him. Nice. What's up, Alex? How are you doing, man? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sub. Orange smoldering ash.
What's that for?
It just makes it faster. So, like, if you're resting, like you've got injuries or whatever, at an ember ring, you can use one of those, and you'll heal faster. Oh, I didn't know this. So Embers Adrift says we used to have underwater stuff, but our art director said it would be too time-consuming to maintain environmental art for underwater environments. It's on the long-term goal list. I didn't even know that. That's really cool, actually. And Alex came here just in time to hear that, because that's his favorite thing is underwater exploration.
When it's done well, it's so nerve-wracking, exciting.
Yeah, it can be really immersive. It really
Yeah.
can be. But it can also be awful in some games. You know, I know that I might be in the minority here, but I like the underwater stuff in EverQuest. I can't really say that I enjoyed, what was the raid in classic EverQuest? Finny? Can't really say I enjoyed, yeah, that's it, yep. Can't say that I enjoyed that particular fight. But, you know, you had spells so you wouldn't drown, etc. You just had to watch and make sure they didn't run out, because then you would die. Yeah, I didn't
Wasn't
mind
there
it.
an earring?
Yes, there was, yep. Or something like that. And I thought EverQuest 2 had pretty good underwater as well.
I'm probably in the minority, but I really enjoyed EQ2 for a long time until
Me
they
too.
messed it all up. But
So it just got too crazy and overpowered.
they made it solo. They made it a solo game,
Yeah.
and it's just boring.
Yeah. For the most part, if all you have to do is solo, and that's realistically the best way to do it, then I'm just going to go play a single-player game, you know? Asked Hello about underwater the other day, and yes, I love good underwater content, yep.
Oh yeah, fishbone earring. That's it.
Fishbone, yeah, that's it. There's something also very panicky about drowning in a video game. You know?
For real, I don't know why, but you get that, like, you start just hitting keys and you get all...
Yeah, you start getting, like, really freaked out. Anytime I think of drowning in a video game, though, I think the best music to make you really start panicking bad was the way they did it in old Sonic the Hedgehog. When you'd be underwater and it'd start that... And he'd be like... That was super panicky. That was my first underwater panic. I adore Water Dungeons 2. EverQuest 2 does water themed stuff really good. Yeah. But even EverQuest 2 needs an underwater zone and more underwater flora, life, creatures, corals underwater can be really fun. I agree with that. Yeah, Sonic 2, man. That's the one. Oh, sun's coming up. Maybe. Yeah, starting to peak up.
All right, I think Bounty is done his meeting. We are in Discord when you're ready, babe.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's up, Bounty?
just finished the meeting.
Look, Bounty comes and the sun rises.
That's right. He brings the sun.
He's the real Gandalf.
I didn't know you had that power, but Bounty.
Magic's back in the game.
Lifelong anxiety from Sonic 2, yeah. Yeah, that was, I think of that every time. Every time I'm in water, in real life or video games, I think of that Sonic 2 animation.
I'm gonna put my anxiety on Jaws.
Jaws.
For all my water anxiety.
I think of Jaws every time I get in the ocean, that's for sure.
I have never been in the ocean.
Well, you have Great Lakes, so
Yes.
you have the feeling of the ocean without the gross taste and the weird feeling of like there's unknown things in this water that might get me. So
Well, I would argue probably some of the Great Lakes taste pretty nasty.
that might be true. I've never gotten okay. I've been in a few of the Great Lakes, but I've not swam in them because they're too cold for me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I went up to Tobamori, like the Bruce Peninsula area,
Yeah.
and it was in July, freezing cold. Like you turned
Oh, yeah.
numb.
Oh, yeah. That's how I felt. Because I was like, well, maybe it'll
Oh.
warm up in late summer. And so late summer came. It's like, no, it just doesn't have enough time to get warm for me. I'm particularly picky about, I need warm water, you know.
Yeah. Lake Erie and all that, they're warm. Because they're shallow.
Oh, they're shallow, so they warm up. Lake Michigan's the one we mainly go to, and that is cold.
Is it? I don't think I've been in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, that's the one we're like right near it, you know. Got pretty little beaches we can go to, and they have waves. You know, it's big enough to where it has waves. It looks like the ocean. We like it. My kids will swim in it, but I will not. We have an area we drove to a couple summers ago, and the name of it is something like warm water, right? So I was like, let's go there. Well, they have a different definition of warm, you know. I did get in it. I did actually swim in that one, but it's still pretty freaking cold.
What's your character's name, Bounty? Is it Bounty Code?
Oh, yep, he just gave me a tell.
Going through there, you're gonna hang a left. Yep. And you'll probably see us pop up soon after that on your.
I was gonna say, I grew up as a young kid on Lake Huron, and the same thing. It was cold, but as kids, you'd have a higher cold
Tolerance
threshold.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in that lake.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, you would just like dive in and go underwater as quick as possible to get used to it, and then you're good.
Your teeth are chattering, but you're like, I don't care.
Yeah. Still getting to swim. Don't care.
Yeah. This is before Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there's no.
Internet.
Yeah, when you had to actually entertain yourself with activities in the real world.
The real world was our MMO.
Yeah. Now we're like, I don't need to go outside. I can go outside my video game.
A lot less bugs.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Our two older boys, they only go outside if we make them. Where the two girls, they play games a lot less, and they go outside and ride their bikes and go to the park. But they're younger, but only by a couple of years.
I think moving to Wisconsin changed my kids. They weren't too big. They would go outside on their own, but they wasn't too big on their radar. But now that we live in Wisconsin and there's so much snow and stuff, when it's summertime, man, they don't give a crap about being inside. None.
Or hang a left, Benny. Yeah. He just zoned in. Are we still near?
Yes, we're still. If he heads left, we'll ping on his radar down towards the water. And as soon as he does, we'll run towards him. We're still right at the edge there, where he turns left. He's going to come right down to us.
I see you on my radar.
Oh, yep, there he already is. And I said at the beginning of the stream I was not going to come over here and pull bears, but I did. But we're not going to go.
Trauma.
We're not going to go over into the bear country over there, though.
Like me healing you.
They changed the way the Ashens work. Have you noticed that?
Oh.
So when we last played, you would kill the mob, and then they would turn to an Ashen with full health. Now they just get low. It's what it seems like to me so far.
Oh.
They get low, they turn Ashen, and they just gain a little bit of health. So it's not
See,
as
I thought-
traumatizing.
I thought you were still killing it, but when it popped up, it wasn't full health. But maybe you're right.
I might be wrong, but that's what it seems like is happening when I've been watching it here. I enjoy both lakes and the ocean, but if I'd have to choose, I'd probably go for the ocean. Been there sitting on the warm sand. There is something very soothing and therapeutic about being on the ocean. I'll agree with that. You get a similar feeling with the Great Lake, but there is something more special about the ocean, I guess. You do get it. It's very soothing.
I don't know. I just started watching the YouTube show 1899, and that does not seem soothing.
1899. What's that one?
Yeah. It's like we've only watched a couple episodes, but it's like a supernatural thriller set in 1899 on a big cruise ship, kind of like a Titanic type.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how soothing it would be to be in the middle of the ocean. But being at the shoreline, and it's just lapping, and it's a beautiful sound, and you can just hear what seems like the infinite sounds of the ocean beyond. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Read
being
a book.
beside the ocean is calming.
Yes.
There's something about water.
Yes.
Whether it's trickling or, like you said, a wave crashing in, it is soothing.
Yeah, even rivers. Rivers are very soothing, I believe.
Yeah, light rain sound.
Light rain, yes. Especially right when you're like getting, it's getting dark, you're getting a little tired, you're about ready for bed, and then a good rainstorm or even a thunderstorm. Oh,
You're making
it's
me tired,
on.
Nathan.
I know, we need a
It's
nap.
on.
Gotta do an ASMR video about rain.
MMOs need
falling
more
asleep.
space. The three-dimensional movement would be exciting like water, but without the movement penalties.
I mean, Subnautica was very good with their
True.
underwater stuff, and I felt like I could move around pretty freely. Felt really good.
I mean, does flying mounts count, Vaughn?
Flying mounts are awesome. They ruin the game, but they're
They ruin the
completely
game, yeah.
awesome.
That's why I don't know how to word it. I enjoy it, but I also know that the game is ruined for me. I also know that. What did he just cast him? What is that? Screech. That looked like a new icon. I don't remember ever seeing that before. Take that, Mistcrawler. Water, making people pee since life began. Also miss when it comes to water MMOs how flat it is when people swim through it with their tunes. EverQuest 2 used to have beautiful reacting water. It did. EverQuest 2 had those spots where the water would be turbulent. They had all kinds of various... when I played that game with way back at the early days of the Pantheon Plus 101 show, it was something Minus pointed out where he's like, I don't think I've ever seen a game that does like so many variances of water.
Yeah, water in EQ2 was amazing.
I'll tell you another game that I was shocked when I first got in the water. This isn't even an MMO. Was Grand Theft Auto... what's the newest one? Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 5, yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5, when you go out in the ocean, the waves, like the way that you swim and the waves like kind of carry your body. And the underwater in that game looked really cool too. It was a feature I wasn't expecting.
Speaking of waves and feeling like you're, precariously in it, Valheim's water maybe doesn't look great, but it feels like you're in a dangerous ocean.
Really? I've not
On
done that in Valheim.
Yeah, and a rickety, raft or boat.
Oh, they do boats really good sometimes in games where you're like hitting the waves or crashing into you. That's super cool.
They're actually doing damage to your boat, so
yeah.
it feels scary.
Ooh, they're working on first-person view mode in this game. They've got on the QA server. Hey, while you're here, I wanted to ask, because we were talking about earlier in the stream, is it allowed to stream the QA server, or is that not allowed? Is that like NDA, top secret until it's on the main server? You were talking about one day we might hop on and just to show off some of the features coming to the game, if that's legal. Sea of Thieves does have good water. Good point. That's very good for exactly what we were just talking about. Yep.
I never played that one. Is that just like a RPG?
Multiplayer, yeah. It's like a pirate themed MMO light. it's not an MMO, but it's got a lot of multiplayer components, and you can auto-join groups, if I remember correctly, and so it feels like a modern MMO, sort of. Okay, you can show it off, so if we want to do that one day, we can.
Ooh,
We'll
nice.
just hop on the QA server and show off some of the stuff they got coming up. I love that you guys are
That'd be
doing that.
interesting.
Yeah,
Super.
that is cool.
Super cool. I love that. It's like, it's got the good feels of an old MMO, how they used to test things. Without invite, you just copy your character and you go. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is. I've never heard of that.
I remember way back in, I want to say the expansion was, oh, I don't want to tell a lie, but I think the expansion was, which, unfortunately, this is the expansion that everybody blames for ruining the game, but Trials of Atlantis, I think it was that expansion where you could copy your character before it came out and go over and test it for them. And that's before the days of streaming. That was super cool. You felt like you were on the inside of the new expansion. And, like, if I remember correctly, you didn't even have to, like, pre-order the game or anything. You're paying your subscription, you could try the new expansion for... That was super exciting. +1 for first-person view. That's another feature I must have in MMOs. I love taking the scenery. Yeah, it does help when you can get in. You can get really close in this. You can get up to here. But I don't play in first-person, but I use it to look around. Just to take in what I see. Good for screenshots, too.
Running into like tight dungeons, first person is good too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Really tight dungeons, is that what you said? Like when it's
Yeah.
real narrow? That's very true. I switch to that sometimes for that, too.
Because if you're zoomed out at all, you're constantly clipping the walls or ceiling, and it's just much better to run through.
That's
like I
very
was just
true.
thinking, Kino Crocodile just the other day in P99, I go into first person.
I do that a lot, too.
And it might cure that problem they were having with people getting motion sickness in the
Yeah.
tight quarters.
It did feel much better. I think the performance upgrades they've done, the optimization, everything's made it better. But definitely, if you go in first person, that'd be the end of that. I think that weird sensation people are getting, which I didn't even notice until we were playing on Pantheon Plus, and you guys started saying that. But I knew what you meant, though. I just hadn't thought of it.
Yeah, it was pretty rough for me. And I know as Sarah said, it was unplayable for her. I could play it, but I could feel it as well.
Alex says that agrees that Grand Theft Auto 5 water, EverQuest 2 does that type of water in Greater Feydark. It still looks phenomenal even to this day. EverQuest 2 does look good. It held up.
Oh yeah, it does. I always get pulled back to it, but then I get bored because it's all solo stuff.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happens to me,
yeah.
too.
I'm probably not a good judge, to ask if are these graphics good, since I play P99 and I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, me too. And I love old graphics, too.
Right.
I
There's something
love
about
'em.
8-bit graphics I find nostalgic, and
Me too. I love it. Like, I get so excited over it still.
I
So,
like Mario Brothers, like the original. Like, I'm good with those graphics if they're done right. I don't know if you've ever played Trine, but that was like a nice
Trine, yeah.
old school sideways scrolling game with much more modern graphics, but same idea. Very fun game.
Yeah, Trine is cool.
If you like puzzles, which I do not.
Very puzzling.
They're not too puzzly. They're not bad.
They're enough to get
Actually-
you stuck every once in a while, is what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they weren't too bad.
The Witcher says, switching classes cripples you. I would not recommend.
Killed the wrong person. So switching classes, does that put you basically back to like level 6 when you picked your character?
I don't know. I thought it's a good question. I guess it does. I guess it has to, right? Because that's when you would unlock that class. I know when you do unlock your class, I'm pretty sure that's when it tells you that you can switch, but it will, you know, penalize you as far as, obviously, if you're like level 20 and you switch over to another class, you're not going to be level 20. But you're probably right. It probably does dump you at 6.
But do you lose your original level?
I don't think so.
So you can swap back and forth?
I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
But I'm not 100% on that.
Really? Yeah.
That's
that
the way I
seems
understood it. Now, if you switch your, No, wait. Wrong game. Never mind.
I know, right? Too many MMOs.
Too many MMOs. I'm gonna pull another one of those guys. These are pretty good for us. Still taking them down. We're not in danger of dying, but they're decent XP.
So
We'll
your
pull back
skills
for
start
pops.
over, but your level is still
Oh, your
high?
skills just start over. Well, how
Right,
does
so you're
that
gonna
work?
have like level 6 skills.
But I thought you got your skills from leveling up.
Right, so you're gonna have level 6 skills that because you haven't earned. Oh yeah, how would it know when you've earned them then?
Yeah.
If your level's the same. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Embers is Unity capable of real water reflection that simulate waves like former EverQuest 2 water or Wave Race 64. Black Desert Online with the remastered graphics. As far as I recall, Unreal 4 doesn't do that by default. He's asking me if it is. I don't know if it is or not. I'm not singing. I can't think of a single example of somebody doing it in Unity. So I'm sure you can do anything, but I think you'd have to program it yourself. I don't think they have a... I don't think it's a part of the engine that I'm aware of. It seems like we just saw games that take advantage of it in Unity if it was. Alright, we'll move down the river a little bit more, see what we got. I'd like to get, I think it's down here. If we get those crocodiles, I'd like to see what they con. We could also check this island. I'm sure it's changed since I was last on it. Sarah's weak against motion. She always has to drive. Embers was unplayable for her before the fixes you mentioned. Hopefully that's changed now. Yeah, it's definitely different now. Yeah. My wife is the same way. She gets motion sickness real easy. So, like, she has to drive. If somebody else drives, she'll get motion sickness. She struggles with roller coasters. They have to be super smooth. They can't jerk her around very much.
I used to love that stuff when I was a kid, but
Yep.
as I got like into my 20s and stuff, they just did not work for me.
That's what happened to my wife. And now I love roller coasters. I love them. They don't bother me at all. When the G-force gets too, gets a little too much though, I do almost black out. I think that's due to smoking for many, many years. I think my oxygen levels are probably low. Oh, got
Yep,
another
as
one
a
coming.
kid, I'd go on all the spinning upside down drops, all the stuff, and I just can't now. Brawler?
Oh, I think he tried. Oh, yeah, he did. He crowd controlled it. All right, now we're on it.
Fit for some stamina.
potion.
Oh, it didn't give you very much, did it?
No, it's like a dice roll.
Boy.
Sometimes it's great, sometimes it ain't.
Yeah. We're catching up.
Yeah. We're gonna barely squeeze by.
The squeaker.
Yeah. As a kid, we didn't see all the freak accidents that can happen on a carve ride. We didn't have movies like Final Destination yet. That's true.
Yeah, seeing news stories and bad movies is why I was always scared for my kids to go on stuff, though.
Yeah.
Ugh. But I let them. I was like, no, can't not let them go because I'm scared some crazy freak accident's gonna Oh, I think it was last year's one. The ride they went on was insane. I was like having anxiety and trying not to show it, just watching them on this ride. It was spinning and flipping and upside down, and oh my gosh, I just pictured them like launching out of the ride. Oh.
I always used to wonder what would happen on those classic spaceship type rides where they just spin in a circle and you lay up against the wall and it shoves you into it.
Yeah, those are my favorite when I was a kid.
Yeah, I loved those when I was a kid. But I used to always imagine if it broke free from what was holding it while it was like a max spin.
Oh
Like
my
would it go up in the air a little bit, or would it just kind of hit the ground, roll a little bit? Like I always used to try to imagine what would happen.
Well, I've spun tops, so you can kind of picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm
when
thinking.
Yeah, and bouncing like the
Oh,
wrong
jeez.
directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be bad. Hitting other objects and bouncing off like pinball.
Ooh, that's a red one up. Yeah, these are dangerous. We might not need to go over here. Let me check one more. Yeah. Island is still dangerous, so we're going to go around this. We'll continue down the water.
Autumn looks really pretty on the map.
Yeah, it does, don't it? Believe they've talked about that at some point when it's winter in the game there'll be snow.
Yes, I just heard Eloa talking about that
Yeah.
recently, that when they get snow in, it'll look a lot different.
Here's some crocodiles.
She was saying winter looks boring at the moment.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
more
but
about
it's-
the day-night cycle right now.
Yeah. But they're working on it.
I do like that you can look around right now. You can tell it's fall in the game. That's cool.
Sorry, I missed. What was that?
I just say I like that we can look around right now. We can tell it's fall from the trees.
I was trying to mute really fast because my dog started barking.
Glad he's
Lady.
doing better.
Yeah. He is.
Good enough spirits to
Crocodile.
start barking again.
Oh, a quest item. Anyone know what that is? Handful of unbroken crocodile teeth.
Oh, yeah, those are rare. I don't
Do you
remember.
guys need or greed?
I probably greeted it because I wasn't paying attention. But need it because that is rare. People come in. I don't know how many you have to get. 8 or 10, I believe, for some quest. And I know it's like a grind, or it used to be at least.
Yeah. That's what it said, quest teeth, yeah.
Because you get a lot of teeth, but they're usually broken, and that doesn't count.
Figure out where to pick it up.
Yeah, super
Only there was
rare.
a video you could check.
True.
I find it. Maybe I'll make one.
So YouTube thought I was going to be the next great thing and gave me a handle.
Nice. At Bounty Code?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they sent me an email like, we noticed something. I'm like, oh. And I checked my app. I actually have a now YouTube page with like that bounty code.
So did their tactic work? Are you considering making content now?
It made me think about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what could I do? Like, just even have like a welcome video or something weird. Like, that's where my mind went.
I'll tell you what there's a lack of. And it's actually my most popular video on my whole channel is the one time I did a video like this. Technical issues and how to get around them.
Like PC technical issues?
Yeah, like, especially, now for me anyway, it would probably be great for any technical issue, but for me, the one I did was, everybody was having frame rate issues with Elden Ring, and they still are on the PC version, and I found I didn't figure this out on my own, I found a Reddit article where somebody was like, hey, try these things, and it'll probably fix it. I did the things, it did fix it, so I made a video, being like, hey, do these things, and that video, it's over 100,000 views. It just keeps getting views.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's most popular. I've got videos with a little more views, but they're way older. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like, it's a good performing video. I know you're good at that stuff, so. Like, for example, just throwing one up there that I know that you helped me with. It'll make a great video. And if you're not going to do it, let me know, because I'll do it. It's a video about how to fix, how to see at nighttime on EverQuest or on P99.
Using that.
Yeah. Using that, it works for this game, too. Any game. Yeah. The contrast thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. That's a great tip. I made a little note for myself.
Yeah. It works on some games that are maybe not out yet that you can still play possibly.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I use it. It's up. I have it tabbed, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you make it bounty, I'll help you edit it.
You guys should, because I think that would get hits. People love to find an easy solution. And what everybody comments on mine that they loved was I just got straight to the point. I wasn't like, oh, welcome to my channel. My name is Nathan. I was just like, hey, you having this problem? It's common. Let me show you how to do it.
That's the best. People appreciate that. I know.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah.
The quicker you can get to the point and point exactly where you're at, where the thing is at, and how to get there, that's best.
Yeah.
No intro, outro.
Yep, I've tried to change all my video out to just get straight to it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, here's what we're talking about. Here we go. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because the old YouTube, it was good. You did a little intro, That's the way things used to be. But people's attention spans are getting smaller.
Yeah. And now, with the competition, I look for something. I see 5 videos that are trying to answer that thing. I look at the side, or like the length of it. I pick the one with the shortest minutes.
Yep. That's what most people do.
Oh, venture level 10, and it's +2. What does +2 flanking mean? Means more damage if I'm flanking?
I think so. It's got armor class. Where is it?
How do you tell? I guess it is worn out. Never mind. That's
armor class 15 though, so it's not an upgrade.
You do? Nice. And you just have to watch your armor weight. Yeah. Which, the way it's set right now, I'm not a huge fan of. It feels really restrictive.
Yeah.
I like it in concept.
Yeah, I love the concept. I do feel like it's a little... It just needs to be loosened a little bit, I feel like.
A little bit.
Not a ton, but a little bit, because right now it takes forever to be able to wear a full set of something.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess for what type of class you're playing, you know. For a tank, for sure. And then kind of medium armor, maybe have it somewhere in the middle, and then light, obviously, light.
Yeah.
See, that'll make more sense for like when they have magic and casters that have to wear cloth. That the weight will matter. Like, sure, you could throw in this plate chest, but good luck moving around as a caster or casting.
Yeah.
But since everybody's kind of a melee right now, then yeah, it's kind of punishing.
Maybe when they do get magic in, maybe they'll update all that as they balance that out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That feels like a decent time that may get balanced. Is, you know, when they get a magic something in the game, likely they'll have to rebalance everything.
Like I said,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. Like I said, that the punishment we feel now would almost qualify for a cloth wear.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. Yep, and it'd be perfect for that. I feel like.
Exactly. Yes.
Speaking of podcasts, Sunglare, this Sunday, me, Daimlo, Steve, and Dave have our podcast starting up for the first time. It's called Game Geezin', because we're old geezers, and we've been working on it for like past few months. I'm afraid to say this because you know when you go live, you never know what's going to happen. But we put a ton of work into making it high production. So I think it's going to be really good. And we're just talking to all gaming. Any news, anything going on, there'll be a section there for retro, talking about retro games, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's this Sunday at 8 p.m. Central. Is that right? Yeah. No, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do that every Sunday. And then it'll go up on all the podcast places on Apple and everywhere Mondays.
Looking forward to it.
We'll do it live here on my channel for now, but we are making a channel specifically for the podcast.
Ooh, how cool is that?
Yeah. Once it gains a little ground, I'll switch over and we'll stream it from its own channel on Sundays.
Very awesome. Yeah, I watch a lot of long content, but when I want technical stuff, that's just sweet and to the point. Like,
yeah.
That's what you want, just a couple, you know.
Yeah, it's aggravating, you know? Like, you come there for something specific. Obviously, you're trying to fix a problem. You don't... You know, you want to get to the solution as quick as possible. You don't want to be sitting there all day. You know.
You're in the middle of something and
you're
stuck.
Yeah, you've interrupted trying to fix it to go look up a video. You know, you don't want to be there very long.
Yeah, a lot of my homestead stuff and cooking stuff is very long.
How's Steve doing? Yeah, Steve's just busy. His restaurant business, he's short-staffed, and he's having to cover, like, shifts, and that's why we didn't get to do Final Fantasy 11, which worked out, because I had to take my wife to the hospital anyway, so it worked out, because I don't know if I'd have been back in time for it anyway. But he is going to be good for tonight, our MMO Tourist show, so we should be good to do that tonight. If something happens and he cancels, I have it planned already, a backup. We're gonna do some more Skies of Arcadia tonight.
What'll you be playing if he's here?
We're playing Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Phantasy Star, is that the same type game you were playing just recently that you just finished?
Yeah, the one I was playing that I just finished, I did a review for it today, right before I went live. That is the original 4 that were on Sega. Well, the first one was on Sega Master System, and then 2, 3, and 4. The one I played was 4, was on the Sega Genesis. And the Phantasy Star Online MMO versions were inspired by those.
Okay.
They're in the same IP. They just take place like way in the future after those games.
It was an interesting mix of sci-fi and fantasy. It
I
was kinda
loved
cool.
how they did it back then. All the characters looked fantasy, like there's still magic and all the cool stuff, but also they had spaceships and stuff. Super cool. And I loved in the old Phantasy Star games how some planets didn't have the technology. You know what I mean? Like we went to that one planet where we got stranded there, and we had to find an old spaceship from where somebody had come long ago on a spaceship and get it back working again because that planet didn't have that kind of technology. They were more what you would think straight fantasy, Another series that the recent one did it, that always did that kind of style really well, I always thought was the Star Ocean series.
What's it called?
Star Ocean. They just had a new one come out to PC and Xbox and PlayStation. Which one is it? Star Ocean, that would be... I actually didn't have a number in its name. It's just called Star Ocean... Gosh, I played it, but I forget what the title was. Look it up. No, that's not it. That's an old one. Oh, that is it. Yeah. The Divine Force. Star Ocean, the Divine Force. It was pretty good. Wasn't the best ever, but it was pretty good. Oh, yeah, my wife's fine. She just has a ridiculously bad sinus infection. It was like her face was getting swollen around her nose, and it was a ton of pressure. It was hurting, and it just took her to get some antibiotics, really. Alright, we'll just continue on down the river. This is like the perfect time of day right here, where everything looks really good.
Yeah. And I love the birch trees with the golden leaves.
Me too.
In real life, they're gorgeous too.
Yeah. To believe what you're... Okay, I see him.
Little camp.
Yeah,
There-
so nice.
yeah. I'm gonna take a little sit for my
Oh, yeah, well, let's
4%.
rest, yeah.
go.
If we die, this is where we'll be.
Well, one of a couple, because we popped at different places last
Oh, that's
time.
true. That's true.
Mhm.
Oh, RE's one of the people that won a free copy of this game from Twitch.
Oh, awesome.
It's totally worth the sub price, RE.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
If you like old school MMOs, it is.
Not still in beta, but it is an indie project. So some of the zones are a little more open. Some of them are not. Some of them are really crowded. This is the Meadowlands. It was by design, just a little bit more open. But some of the zones aren't like that. That's a good question. What do you think, Sparrow? Which game do you think looks better visually speaking? Lotro or Embers?
Oh, this looks better than Lotro for sure.
Yeah.
I play Lotro more for the nostalgic characters and places in the world. It looks good. But
Yeah.
This is newer, fancier graphics.
Yeah, I
For
agree
sure.
with that. Yeah.
Are you sitting? Why? You have toxic spit. What is
Yeah.
that?
This game feels new. It's a frog. I'm eating up on a frog.
Oh, you're fighting.
I
Sorry.
just pulled it. Yeah, this game feels new. You know what I mean? Like, Lotro, it's one of those games where it's like, this looks good for how old it is, you know?
Yeah.
This just
And you're
looks
gonna
good,
get some
period.
really pretty spots where it's
Oh.
like picture perfect in Lotro, but generally it looks old.
Yeah. Some of the newer zones, you'll get used to. It's one of those games where you kind of get used to the graphics, and so you start respecting it for what it is. But then you get to like a newer area, and then you're actually like, "Whoa, this looks crazy good," you know.
Yep.
Just like EverQuest 2, when you get up into some of the other content, you're like, "Jeez, this looks crazy good."
Yeah, that's fair because I haven't been in any of the new zones. So.
And from my experience on the dungeon end, Alex, I prefer just regular old style like Embers does. We just go in a dungeon, it's open, we may see other people, we may not. Lotro dungeons for me so far are World of Warcraft style, which it's okay.
Yeah, heavy mechanics.
Yeah, just heavy mechanics and very linear progression through the dungeon. They'll do mazes and stuff like that, but that's not my preferred style of dungeon. I like it where you go in and you explore. The only problem I have with Embers dungeons currently is they need a little more variety from what I've seen. They mostly look the same. They look like a cave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like them, and they're super fun. And to be honest, I don't care overall because they got named mobs. They've got, super rare drops. They got all the stuff that I want. But, it'd be nice for there to be a little more variety.
Yeah, and I prefer grindy dungeons compared to high mechanic technical dungeons.
Oh, Froggy can't make it across the water. I'm gonna run over there. He's trying.
Frog that can't swim?
He can't figure it out. He's scared of the water. We gotta...
I think their frogs look really cool.
I do like the frogs. I love all the sound effects, too. Yeah, we got a person we play P99 with whose wife would be very upset if she just happened to see us killing this frog right now.
Yes, Feetsies.
Right.
Feetsies' wife would not be happy with us.
He's screaming.
But to be fair, they have a pet frog.
They have the African bullfrog, right? Wasn't that what they were? Yeah, it was.
It was something I don't remember.
Yeah, African bullfrog. They're big boys.
They're like
15.
5 pounds
Oh, no,
or
it's
something.
15. Was it?
What?
I thought it was
15.
15. Was it 5? I don't know. I was impressed by the weight. And
Yeah, I think hers was 5. I don't know how big
Was it
they
only
can
5?
get, though. I think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm remembering wrong. But didn't she say they live 40 years?
Yeah, 30, 40 years, something like... Yeah, it was 40. It was 40 years. Jeez, that's a long time to have a frog, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still mad that cats live 20 years, to be honest. I know that hurts some people's feelings, but that's too long for a cat. I'm not a big fan of cats.
That's the collector. I'm pretty sure that's Feetsies.
Oh, that is Feetsies. I forgot that
Yeah.
the collector was Feetsies. I get confused with the different names sometimes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is the collector. don't let her
Talking about
see.
him like he's not here.
Don't let her see. Whoa, Daimlos with the epic
Daimlos.
super chat.
Damn.
Slam to goal. Half hour before I go to a meeting, cramming lunch in while being entertained by 3 of my very favorite people. Keep up the great work,
Aw.
even without magic. Thank you,
We love
Daimlos.
you, Daimlos.
We love you. I was telling everybody about their podcast. I've been getting the word out.
Yep. Good.
It's
Got
gonna be-
witnesses.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. That podcast is seriously, we
Can't
put a
wait to
lot
see
of
what
thought
you
into
guys,
it.
you guys are putting together. And you got quite a crew, like a variety of different opinions and games that you like, and
Yeah. I think, honestly, because I'm a big believer in fate and that everything happens for a reason, even if we never understand it with our little human brains. I think all the good and the bad, there's a reason behind everything that happens. And I actually do believe that Cringe Pony's purpose was to get us all 4 together so that we could make this podcast.
Wow.
that's so
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Not to say
love
that I
your
don't love
outlook.
Cringe Pony. Not that, not to say I'm ending that or that I don't appreciate it for what it is, but I really do think that that was why that all that happened.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love the whole,
Love it even more.
outlook like that, domino effect, and
Yeah, and I believe in that heavily. Like when bad things happen, for example, you can't find your keys, it makes you late, whatever. Hey man, maybe you was about to get in a car accident.
right.
And because you were
Yeah, we
late,
say the same thing.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm big on that. Like, take all the bad. For all you know, that bad thing actually was really good in the long run. And, maybe don't try not to, get too angry about it. Because if you knew the truth, maybe you'd be embarrassed that you got mad about it, right?
Excellent outlook.
You know, I say that, but
I
sometimes
know,
I
I hear
also
you.
don't live it. But
But that's the truth of later we're thinking
It's on
about it.
paper.
right, right.
You know, it's good to at least know it on paper.
I live for another day. Thank you, Daimless.
I just don't know if YouTube's ready for the hilarity of your
Yeah,
podcast.
it's gonna be hilarious.
The people
It's
that
gonna
you.
be hilarious.
Well, maybe Netflix will sign you up. They just did a Chris Rock special.
Did they? I haven't seen that.
We started watching it. I was like, meh,
I,
not for me.
yes, it's got vulgarity and that, but I like the refreshingness. It felt like something from the '80s.
Oh,
As
nice.
far
did.
as the humor, he didn't care about who he was offending, so it really sounded like a Richard Pryor type
Yeah,
of comedy.
I
You
miss
don't mind
that.
it.
I miss
Yeah.
that. Where like everybody gets made fun of. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
that's just good old fun.
It was refreshing to see that you could do that again.
Nathan playing Embers with two of my fellow Michiganders. Is that how you say that? Michiganders?
Michiganders.
Michiganders. Okay, okay. I've not heard that term.
Hey, Palolin.
How's it going,
Your
Palolin?
health.
Oh, I'll take a potion.
Rats kicking our butt. Oh, it's a triple
It's a
up.
triple
That's
up,
why.
no wonder.
I better sit down.
Oh, this is
I'm out of
dangerous.
stamina already.
Alright, I'm gonna throw all my defense stuff in. Blow my cooldowns.
A rat should not be triple up. That's just embarrassing.
After all we
It's to
fought,
humble you.
we can't be humbled by a rat.
We're about to be humbled by a rat
Should
because
be
I'm
a
out of mana.
dragon, a wyvern, not a rat.
Oh boy.
Yes,
I'm
the
out.
podcast is gonna be on my channel. I've almost got another potion. No, I don't. I've got 20 seconds left. Maybe everybody else
Oh,
should
this is
run.
gonna
then.
be.
Oh, I don't. I can't even
no.
heal you.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
run,
You
Nathan.
guys, okay,
Run,
I'm gonna
Nathan.
start running. Everybody start
Where are
running
we
though, because
going?
I'm
Where are we
definitely
going?
gonna die. I'm down.
I'm
Go,
out.
go, 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 go. You can get me up later. Survive.
I don't know. I'm just running in a direction.
Okay, no triple
Oh, you're-
ups. Witcher's getting me up. Just run, run, run.
Okay. Yep. Oh shoot.
Come on, rat. Turn around.
Did he turn around?
Yep, he's
Good,
gone.
good.
Woo! All right, let's see where he ran to. Make sure we're not gonna get him again. Okay, we're good.
I forgot that there's leashing here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
Which I-
where's the zone line?
Which I appreciate, to be honest.
Yes.
And what is cool about this game is it depends on the mob on how far they'll leash. So it reminds me of what Pantheon talks about doing.
Yeah, totally.
Because with those bears, sometimes they've chased me across the map,
Mm-hmm.
and then that rat didn't go too far.
Yeah, I like that. Is that the trait or what's the other thing? Starts with a D.
Oh, dispositions. Dispositions.
Disposition, yes. The trait or disposition decides how long it's
Yes.
going to run after you.
Charlie Chaplin. A little before my time, but I have seen some of it. Especially that really cool conspiracy theory on Charlie Chaplin. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
No, I haven't.
It was in a movie of his, and I want to say that it originally wasn't released, but they did like a special edition where it was like a director's cut, and they showed a little bit more footage than was in the original movie or something like that. And this lady walks by on the street, and this is in black and white. I don't know what year, long time ago. You know what I mean? And she's walking by, and it looks like she's holding a cell phone and talking on it. And so this big, conspiracy theory of like a time traveler was spotted on a Charlie Chaplin movie. And it was just filmed like outside of a theater, I want to say. So it was just normal people just walking by on the street, Yeah. Fun conspiracy theory. I don't necessarily believe that stuff, but I do like it anyway.
If it's done entertainingly, like, and it's not just when it's done cleverly with good arguments, I enjoy that.
Yeah, me too. I just like to see people debate the crazy stuff. I like it.
And think outside the box. Don't
just,
take everything as gospel truth.
Yeah, don't just accept what you were told. Question everything. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
question honestly and
people
try
lie.
and figure it out.
Yeah,
people do lie.
Just be honest. People tell us some lies, and sometimes
the government's not on our side. I watch Stranger Things.
Oh boy, don't get you started.
Yeah, I don't think that's even arguable anymore, right? I'm pretty sure we all know some really bad players out there.
Back to my MMO. Sorry.
But I'll question anything. You know what I mean? If I see a video and it's like, let me think of something nuts. Mars isn't real. Proof. I'll click it. I'll watch it. Challenge everything. There's a similar photo. 50s. Now that one I was talking about, the shirt and the jacket and the glasses. Yeah. He looks like he's from the 90s and he has a cell phone. Yeah. That one was like around a wagon. And everybody's gathering to buy something out of the wagon maybe or something. I don't know what's going on. There's a big crowd around a wagon. And there's just some dude standing there with like a leather jacket, a t-shirt, and like some sunglasses. It's like, what the heck's going on? That one's really weird. That one is really weird.
Couldn't you just Photoshop in?
No, but here's the thing. It can't be Photoshopped because it's an actual verified antique photo in a museum. Like, and it's not there because of the guy. It was put up just as like,
right.
Like a collection of early photography, like way back. And it was just in a collection, and somebody just was like, "What's up with that guy?" And then they took a picture of it, and it's huge on the internet.
Wow.
The flat Earth theory. I'm not going to get into it, okay? But I will say that I've looked deeply into it, and it's fascinating. And anybody who hasn't actually looked into it should. Because, hey, you never know what you're being lied to about. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
These
right.
days,
That's
yeah.
right. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
For me, it's almost like if the government just recently a couple of years ago came out and said aliens are real. So now I'm doubting it. I'm like, maybe aliens
Yeah,
are real.
that's how I am. Now that they're saying, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute now. It's probably
Wait a minute.
not. It's
Why
probably
do you
not,
want us
man.
to believe that?
That's where I'm at.
I'm kind of at
If
that
they
point.
say
Too.
it, it's definitely not true.
Yeah, if they're very open about it, I'm like, okay, what's really going on here?
Yeah. What are you covering up?
Like anytime they start talking about, for no reason out of nowhere, I think this might be happening right now, maybe. Oh, no, we're not going to raise the taxes. Why are you talking about it then? You're about to raise taxes. There's no other reason. You don't just say that for no reason. You just don't say nothing if you're not going to raise taxes. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not running for
Not a
office.
conversation.
Like, yeah, you're in your term. Like, there's no reason for you to start talking about that right now unless you are going to do it.
Like, Nathan, you know what? I'm not going to stab you. You're looking twice.
I don't have a knife in my pocket, and I'm not going to stab you. It's
Exactly.
fine. Let's just have a good time and relax, because I'm not going to stab you.
Yeah, close your eyes and just relax.
Hollow Earth is another really cool one that I really like a lot. There's so many theories behind that one. Hollow Earth is a good one, but Hollow Earth and Flat Earth go together in a lot of ways, too.
Yeah.
I think I'm just finally at the don't give a crap level that it's like, yeah, I don't care. Whatever. Earth's flat, Earth's not flat. What do I give a crap?
Yeah, what do I care? It doesn't change
Like,
my
I
life.
don't care. No.
Yeah.
Too jaded to care anymore.
And I'm still mad that we don't have I'm still mad that we don't have any kind of hovering type abilities to the mass market.
I was just telling the kids that, like, how we were promised flying cars by
Yeah.
2001.
They would tell us that in school. Like, our teacher would be like, oh, by the time you guys are adults, you're going to be in flying cars, probably traveling to Mars on vacation. Like,
Yep.
you liars.
Yeah.
Because I
We
was
haven't even
excited
been to the
about it.
moon yet.
That's right. One day.
We may not. We may not have. We don't know.
The-
Verdict's out. We don't know. We don't know nothing.
That's all I know is I know nothing.
I might not even be real, guys. That's another popular theory. Have you guys seen that one? The internet dead theory?
You could be an
AI.
I bet you're like one of those chat GPT boxes.
I'm still in development. It's going to get better.
You're a little beta.
NDA.
It's going to get better. The internet's
Targeting
dead
on
theory is
myself.
really good too. That's a good one to watch at night, right when it's dark, but you don't want to go to sleep yet, and you want to watch something. Whoops! You want to watch something. Everybody's sad. Sorry. When you guys see me just say sit, it's because I tried to type /sit.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
not like,
that happened
sit
last
down!
week, didn't
Everybody sit right now!
it? Yeah, that happened last week, I think. I started laughing. I'm like, you did type sit, didn't you?
Had caps lock on that time, so it seemed even more severe.
Now he's yelling at us.
Silver Knight says, a bunch of rich dudes being lizard people is not going to change my quality of life, so bring on the lizard people, I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I don't care.
Just don't increase the price of my pop.
Yeah, just leave Coca-Cola alone. Don't raise taxes.
Print any more damn money.
Yeah,
Just
don't print no more
stop it.
money. Leave our gas prices alone, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy if they just all quit. It's like, we'll figure this out. We don't need you.
Remember the headline, I don't know, 6, 12, 18 months ago, and they're like, oh my gosh, we're going, the debt ceiling hasn't been increased, so the government might have to shut down. What are we going to do?
Yeah. Nobody cared but them.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't do anything, guys. Other than raise taxes and
Illusion
print
of
money.
motion. Well, no, they tell us they won't raise the tax.
Right. They're not going to raise taxes. I'll go on holiday for a couple of years at least.
Don't worry, little Emberfly. I'm not gonna stab you.
I'm not going to take your ichor.
Oh, he might be glitched. Oh no, I just didn't have him. Oh, these might be good for a while. Get a bunch of these. There are plenty of hills in my area. Yeah, I've lived in the mountains. Yeah. Transportation technology stopped progressing in the 50s, all by design. Any new technologies blocked. We went from biplane prop planes to jumbo passenger jet planes in like 30 years and then nothing. That's a good point. There's a theory out there, another one of those wild theories, that airplanes mostly now use anti-gravity technology. They just still have the engines as a backup and to help pilot or something like that. And that they don't want to... They want to keep the appearance of having the engines so that they can keep the prices high and fluctuating with gas prices because of the high price of jet fuel, but that they actually really don't necessarily need it. And that is based around, you can find videos, which may or may not be edited, what do I know, but there are videos out there of planes just sitting perfectly still with the technology of a plane. It's not a helicopter. It can't just sit there. But I'll also say, me and my wife did see that one time in a car. We were driving and a plane was literally, looked like it was frozen in the air. But I'll also say that whatever that phenomenon may or may not be, there's also videos of birds doing that, just like they're just frozen. And some people say that's not any of that stuff. The other crazy conspiracy theory is that that's a glitch, that we live in a simulation. And the funniest...
Glitch in the Matrix.
A glitch in the Matrix. And the funniest thing about the simulation theory is that I heard a guy who was researching that stuff, and I don't remember, and I didn't understand it as they were saying it, but it went to quantum physics. He was a quantum physics scientist or whatever that profession is
Physicist.
called, a physicist, and he was into quantum physics, and he was saying that they've gotten far enough along in the theory of everything being a simulation that they are fairly certain now that we do live in a simulation, and that there was one developer. And I was like, man, you guys are getting close.
Yep, you're almost there.
You're almost there. You've almost wrapped back around.
Yep. You just have to open up Genesis 1.
And I found that very amusing. Listen to
Isn't
him. Yeah.
That's amazing. But there's a movie, I think it was 13th Floor, or am I getting that right? Where it was like about virtual reality people were having, and then the people in the virtual reality was so good, the AI was advancing so well that eventually they invented their own virtual reality inside.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
It's an older movie. I want to say it's like 13th Floor.
This is another one.
I've seen that movie, but I may have just forgotten it.
And I love that concept of, these people who think they're living out. Is it?
A computer scientist running a virtual reality simulation in 1937 becomes a primary suspect when his colleague and mentor is murdered. So, sounds like what you're saying.
Yeah.
I probably spoiled the ending, but it's such a cool concept.
That is a cool
Spoiler
concept.
alert.
Yeah, sorry,
It's
guys.
from '99. I think
Okay.
you're all right.
Go watch that movie if you're at all into conspiracies or virtual reality or anything like that. It's a great story, I think.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. What on earth is in Nathan's
Actually, I
Pepsi?
want to rewatch that. We were thinking of what to watch the other night to put that on the wish list.
All right.
So check this out, guys. I found this new drink. It's nobody makes that I'm aware of a mango flavored soda. No big brand, I mean. But we did find, I love mango. And I love fake mango. I love real mango. I like all of it. We did find this, which is Tango Mango. And it is delicious.
Interesting. I'm not a fake mango person. I like real mangoes, but
It's such a big difference, some of those. Like mango, real mango versus fake mango. It's not even the same thing at all.
right. I'd say banana isn't either.
Banana's
Sounds like
a weird one, where you accept that is the taste of banana, but it's actually not.
Right.
Grape, I feel that way, too.
Yeah. Grapes don't taste like that.
Yeah. I think cherry...
Confusion.
No, actually, cherry, that's not legit either. I don't know where that comes from. It is weird how our brains are just like, yep, that's banana, even though you know it's not,
Yeah. You know it's the fake banana.
Close enough.
That's brainwashing for you right there. Indoctrination when you were a child and somebody's like, that's banana. And you're like, oh, didn't taste like banana, but okay.
New age banana. Hit me, Emberfly.
Ooh, crab juice. I hate artificial crab. That is disgusting. Ugh.
What? What does it mean also? Compared to what?
Also, I
sure
don't...
what
Yeah, you're right. But I don't like some of the fake flavors. I didn't say that out loud. I don't like some of those fake flavors. Like cherry, fake cherry. Ugh. Fake grape, I'm not a big fan of.
I'm not sure what Alex is referring to because it's a. Does that mean you also enjoy?
Oh, also enjoy crab juice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's. What I said. That would make him think of crab juice, but no, I would not drink crab juice.
Crab juice. Ooh. Imitation crab. It makes me angry.
Yeah, I tried it a couple months ago and I was like, no. Oh.
It feels like they get away with just saying it's crab. That's why I get mad.
It's
They'll
just
be
fish.
like, yeah, oh, and it's not good. It's not crab.
No, it's rubbery.
It's rubbery.
And it's like formed fish.
And they get
Kinda
away
like
with it in restaurants.
McRib.
They'll be like crab salad, and you'll be like, oh, cool, a salad with some crab meat on it. It's artificial crab, and it's disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah, McRib.
Yeah, it's the McRib of the fish family.
Oh, got another one.
Oh, we got an ad.
Should both be on me. Clam juice
I
in
don't
jars.
like fake mango. Yeah.
Oh, he was connected to the mango.
Yeah.
I like fake mango. I'm cool with it.
Oh, we got a mashing one. I got all confused.
Uh-oh. It just says mouse isn't working all of a sudden. Not the mouse, but the game isn't registering. May have to do a restart.
Okay. Let's get these guys killed.
Oh, yeah, you're from Maryland? Yeah, do not even think about trying it then. It's not even worth it for experimental value.
I do really miss, like, crab and lobster, though. I haven't
Oof.
had that since, I don't know, early in our marriage.
Yeah, I want to say that fresh crab is probably my favorite food.
Yeah. And just, you can't find it.
I keep
At least
wanting to take you to the Krusty Krab.
Krusty Krab, yeah.
I wish we did have a chain like that, actually.
I don't know. Would they have crab legs or something? I don't know.
They should. I'd be mad if they didn't. I live in Wisconsin. You want to talk about hard to get some crabs?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan, so
We don't get that fancy
we're not
stuff.
far apart. No.
We get red snapper.
Yeah.
Alaskan.
No, he is Alaskan.
I know, but Alaskan
okay.
makes me think of delicious gargantuan crab legs.
King crab, yeah.
King crab. And the snow crab, too.
I remember when I was in my 20s, I used to go to a restaurant in Windsor. It was called the Lumberjack. And they would have all you could eat crab legs.
Ah, those were the days.
And miss that.
All you can eat crab legs.
All you can eat chicken wings.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd go broke if you did that today.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. But a buffet of endless anything was one of the great wonders of the American diet.
Yeah, we grew up in the time of plenty.
Yep.
Now that's gone. Yeah, yes.
It was awesome while it lasted.
Yep.
There's still a few left. I think Vegas still does it.
Yeah,
Where
the
we used to
casinos,
live.
maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure they still do it. That'd be really weird if they didn't. But they make
Usually
all that money.
casinos have, yeah, they have amazing buffets.
Yes. Never
That was
eaten
always
fresh
the
king
talk.
crab. I wouldn't be shocked by that. If you don't live where it's at, you're probably not going to get it fresh. You get what's legally allowed to be called fresh.
Fresh off the boat.
Yeah, fresh off the boat. That was fresh last week.
Yeah.
Fresh off the pickup truck.
Grandor Reaper says, my day we used to throw eggs at houses. We had so many.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? I mean, it was only 2 years ago they were like 69 cents a dozen here.
Yeah.
That's not like back in my day.
Yeah.
That's
a recent
a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Like, the chickens quit laying eggs. I swear they just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Just to raise the price.
They do.
They're like,
But
worldwide, chickens aren't laying eggs. Like, what? Why? What is going on?
Forgot,
killed
I
them all?
forgot how to lay eggs. I said dead chickens can't lay eggs.
Dead chickens. Like, oh, we figured it out, guys.
Yeah.
We were killing them to make chicken
Right.
wings. That's why they weren't laying eggs. My bad.
Mm-hmm. To behave ourselves.
gonna
We're in
get
the age of
canceled.
we're in the age of drama right now, my friends. We're in the age
I'm
of drama.
pretty proud of us. We have avoided a ton of it. The last couple of years, we have turned off almost everything, and yes, stuff seeps in from,
Like
different
us right now.
places. Exactly. So it'll seep in, it'll trickle in, but we have not watched news or anything of the sort.
I get my news from Nathan.
Yep.
That's almost a good headline.
Yeah, news
Nathan
from
News.
Nathan news. Yeah, you never know what kind of news I might bring you too, because
That's right.
I get my news from not being able to sleep and just watching random the weirdest things I can find.
That should be a segment in your podcast, Nathan News.
Yeah, whatever weird thing I've researched that
Yeah,
week.
yeah. I
That
make
would
it
be
sound
funny.
like it's a real, I was watching this documentary and it was like a movie.
The age of pranks, I remember that. Just like everything, though, in all the ages, we take it too far. You know? Even in the prank age, we took the pranks too far.
Oh, I like that.
Nathan News Network.
Yeah.
The
NNNN.
weirdest news ever. Are you talking about PAX Day, Grando Reaper, I assume? I assume that's the one you're talking about. Yeah. It's another one to add to the list that looks like it could be great. Or it could be garbage. It's going to come down to monetization and the gameplay and...
Game loop.
The game loop, yeah, really. That's really what it's going to come down to. The game loop and the monetization practices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely the way to stay sane. Silver Knight is just avoid social medias for the most part. Because
Gave up Facebook, all that stuff.
they like force you to pick a side, and if you don't pick a side, they'll pick one for you and start showing news articles related to one thing or another, and it's just really disgusting.
They want people fighting and angry at each other.
Yeah.
Because then you can't be unified.
Yeah, you don't have time to be angry at the real problem.
Exactly.
You're busy over a bunch of nonsense. Dev said magic is real. That's 50% of what I need. Yep. It's in their short term, like immediate, let's get this done. We're working on it all the time plans.
Yeah, if they're showing you the two extremes that are ridiculous on both sides,
All right.
right? Then
That's right.
they're missing most of the people that are sane,
Yeah.
therefore missing reality.
Apparently have a quest for diluted urine. Need the flexes, because that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I haven't really been selling or crafting anything, so I just greeted on it.
I need to start grading because I don't have room. Let me find something stupid and throw it away.
I think that goes in your G bag, right?
Oh, you're right,
That's
it
where
does.
mine is.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
Gathering bag, I guess.
Well, I'm almost at 50% into this level.
Nice. How about you, Bonnie?
42.
Yeah, I'm at 53.
I have a friend that calls me after he watches the... Oh, yeah, that show. I haven't looked into that yet. I know about it. Just not ready to be pissed off yet, so I haven't watched it.
guys have that ichor. Are you able to hit these, Bonnie, or is it just miss, miss, miss?
Rest my stamina for a minute here. Is this Valheim? This game does share some similarities of Valheim.
I could see that. The character models look way better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the graphic fidelity and everything's way better, yeah. Both in Unity, though, they do share some similar aesthetics to a certain extent. Yeah, people are loving the Picard show. Tulsa King, I don't know about. I don't watch a lot of television shows. We did watch all of, oh, what was it called? Sweet Tooth. We watched all of that. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I watched that on your recommendation.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Well, Bounty's mad at me because I watched it without him.
Oh. You watched
He was
all
a
of it?
little
You
pissed.
saw the whole season?
I did. Well, not before he saw me. I watched like 2 or 3
Hmm.
episodes, and then he's like, "You watched it without?" I'm like, "I can start over."
Yeah. It's a good,
No.
I liked it. It was a good show.
I watched the whole thing by myself. Yeah, it
They-
was good.
That actor they got for the main character for Sweet Tooth himself was really well done. Great casting, I felt like.
I like his the guy with him too. I thought
Yeah,
he was really good for the role.
he
The
was.
football player guy.
Yeah, I can't think of any of their names right now, but yeah, he was
No.
awesome. I love that scene. There's no spoilers, but I love that scene where he's like out on that, not a patio, like a deck, and there's lightning in the background, and he's fighting those guys.
Oh
know-
yeah.
That was so well done. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh, I bet you this is straight out of the graphic novel.
Like the at the outfitter store, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like how they built the relationship between him and Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, really
Thought it
well
was good.
done. I did too.
Mhm.
It felt like it was going to be cheesy at first.
Mhm.
I was kind of like, kind of eye rolling at first, but then like they did it really well.
I think they stretched it out long enough that it became more believable almost.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Tulsa King is a Sylvester Stallone, and he's a mafia guy. He's in prison 25 years. He gets out. His former boss sends him to Tulsa in the middle of nowhere to start up the mafia business. Oh, interesting.
I'm usually rooting for him, so that would be weird. Such a bad guy movie.
I bet you it's one of those. Is it one of those where it makes you kind of sympathetic to the bad guy?
Oh, I hate those.
You don't like that?
No.
You can kind of see their
That's
point
like
of
the
view.
Breaking Bad thing, and that just, ugh, that makes me mad. And I know
Yeah,
tons of people
but
like
in
it,
Breaking Bad, though, like he is the bad guy. Like they don't.
Right.
You may have moments where you're like, I get it, dude, but the overall plot line is that he likes being bad. It's
Is
not
it?
that
See,
he.
we didn't watch
yeah.
enough of it,
Watch
though.
all the way
I
through.
just-
Like
No.
he knows what he's doing is wrong, and he progressively gets deeper into it because he's enjoying it,
Oh.
and it gets to where you're not on his side anymore, to be honest.
Right, but then why, like, I personally watch shows that I'm rooting for the main character. I don't like who the main character is.
Yeah,
Well, I
there's no
feel
good-
like I feel like he's kind of not the main character though.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's other characters I could argue were the main. Turns out was the main character. It's almost like it tricks you.
Really?
Like yeah, the story does revolve around him because he's the one doing the thing, so he would be the main character because the story's revolving around his actions. But there's so many other characters that like you grow to love, and
So you think it's
you
like a
sympathize
story
with them.
written around the antagonist's point of view?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's your character, right? And like my favorite character in it is different than my wife's. And lots of people I talk to, they'll be like, "No, I feel like this was the main good guy or whatever."
Oh, well,
And
I won't watch
it's
it
a
'cause I
roller
just found
coaster.
it disturbing.
Yeah, it is disturbing. It's very disturbing.
Yeah. Oh, one of our oldest son came. He's only 15. He's like wanting to watch it. We're like, oh gosh, no, you are
Yeah.
not watching that. No, no, no.
I feel like if the spin-off is easier to just fall in love with the main character, Better Call Saul. He's not necessarily a good guy, but he is always good intentioned. You know what I mean? He gets in some really screwed up situations, but like at the end of the day, he's trying to do what's right, best he can.
I don't know. I'm just a traditional. I like my good guys to be
I
good
typically
guys,
do
and
too. I typically
like to
do
root
too.
for them. Okay. There's plenty of stories like that. Probably why I hate the idea of the Scar Ranger so much. I was just thinking
There
about
it
that.
is.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
what
comes.
is.
Yep. It makes
Yep.
sense. Wow. Man, this one's not putting off very much light.
The
Like the
dim
others do.
bulb.
Yeah. Didn't get 'em
Which
excited
I
enough.
can gladly say that the Scar Ranger lost against the Elf Ranger in our March Madness voting.
I'm gonna check on the Dwarf Paladin right now. See
That's
yeah.
today, isn't it?
That's today, yeah. It's
Yeah.
dark. It's
see.
Dwarf Paladin versus Dark Myr,
Yeah.
Dire Lord. I wanted
But
to say
the thing,
Shadow Knight.
you're going to be making a Dark Myr. Oh, it's not a Paladin. It's a Dire Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I picked Dwarf Paladin, which
Yeah, same.
I think is kind of the ultimate. The only reason I'm not playing one is because my wife doesn't like dwarves.
That's right. So you're going Dark Myr Paladin.
Yes, because she
But
liked
this-
the Dark Mirror.
Right now it's 20-11 for Dwarf Paladin versus Dark Myr Dire Lord.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep. It's almost got a double lead right now. It's a good versus evil. He's got a picture of Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
Mhm.
I didn't
Like a lot
notice
of
that.
people like Vader over Luke.
Yeah,
One of our kids loves
That's,
Vader.
that's the weird thing in our world.
yeah. My son's a pretty big fan. I think he likes Luke more, but he's a pretty big fan of Darth Vader. I am too, but Darth Vader turns out to be a good guy.
Well, yes, in the end, but not all these silly younglings.
He turns around at the end. He turns that ship around.
Don't worry, younglings. He turns it around.
Yeah, so
Just not in time.
I love the comic someone made of that where he's turning into a force ghost and he sees all the people he slaughtered when he was bad as ghosts and they're ready to like kick his butt. And he's like, oh no, quickly bring me back. Don't let me die. Alternate ending.
That's what he's
Quick
seen. That's
AFK
what
for me.
changed him. Okay, I'm gonna take an AFK too. I've got that water issue where I drank too much water this morning. Alright guys, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back.
real quick, I want to give a shout out to the members of Napalm. They have strapped on their armor and are casting the spells of awesome by supporting this channel and keeping me full-time every month. Thank you so very much. And I think you are interested in becoming a member. You can do so by clicking join down below this video and pick a level that is right for you. And I would like to give a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos,
Alright, I'm back. Sparrow's still AFK. I'll try to pull something easy. Add salt to your water. Doesn't that dehydrate you? Oh, the sparrow's back. Hey.
Yep.
As soon as the sun pokes up, we'll explore a little more, going further down the river.
Sure. So I'm super excited. I have 2 trays of onions that are sprouting now.
Ooh.
Stuff's starting to grow. I think it's in a couple weeks I get really going on my seeds.
Indoor right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then you move it out when it's spring? Is that what you do when it gets warm?
Yep. Depending on what it is. Some things like the cabbages and broccoli I'm putting out before the last frost.
Okay.
And then a lot of things it's around the last frost. Depending on what it is. This is my first year of having grow lights, so...
How do you judge that with the weather being so iffy, by the way, on the last frost?
They have an estimated last frost date.
Right.
And usually it's between 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after you start looking at your calendar. And if there's going to be lows that are above 32, then it's safe-ish to put it out. But sometimes, you know, nature cranky. And you got to cover your stuff, but for the most part, it's a 2 week. Either way. And then when you're buying the seeds, it'll say when to put it out or when to sow it directly or start indoors. It'll say so-and-so before last frost date.
Ooh, Witcher says his hot peppers are sprouting.
Nice.
Magnesium salt water.
Oh, yeah? Why is that? Magnesium salt water. I just take magnesium supplements, but maybe the water, it's already processed a bit more. Easier to digest, maybe. Oh, for you peeing all the time? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, probably. I do pee a lot. I think a lot of the ping has to do with the soft drinks, with the salt intake.
Mm-hmm.
But I have started working out, so my belly's getting back down to where it was when I first went full time.
You feeling better? Or is it not really affecting?
No, I actually feel worse right now. I haven't gotten to the feeling better part. I feel worse right now. Because, you know, it's not as much caffeine. It's not as much sugary stuff. You know what I mean? So for now, I feel worse. But I know that I will feel better.
Oop, fighting something here.
Oh, I was about to pull something else.
Just a little firefly. Decided to pick a fight with Witcher. They have a little like sizzling sound they make.
Yeah, almost like a hiss.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor yesterday to get all that blood work and echocardiogram done and all that stuff for my 6 month. Get all my pills refilled. They're checking potassium and all that kind of stuff for the same idea.
Get a little stamina back. We're actually near that. Maybe we all should hit up, because isn't the Ember Ring right over here? I don't remember.
Be able to see it like floating up.
It was towards the water, wasn't it? I think it was back over here somewhere. There was like a camp there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'm all turned around. I don't know what direction it was in.
Turn on my torch.
Usually you can see the Ember Ring from a good distance.
Yeah, I don't see it. I thought we were super close to it. Is
Oh,
that
there's
it
a
over there?
res thing, so it might be close to that.
Where do you see that at? Oh, yeah. I bet there's
I
one
don't
over
know what
there.
direction I'm going. Oh yeah, remember we swam across the...
Oh,
get
I
the
forgot
frog.
because of the frog. I was about to start taking us in the wrong direction because I was using the river as my guide. I forgot we went across the water. Yeah, before it gets day, we'll go ahead and rest our stamina up if we can find it, and then we can go a little deeper after day comes.
Oh, there it is.
Honestly, Embers Adrift developers, before you get magic into the game, you got to bring a compass.
Yeah, I would be down with the compass for sure.
Yeah. There's nothing not hardcore about having a compass.
I would
Have a
agree.
compass.
I mean, the Bloopeter thing as a compass is cool.
When it's there.
Yeah, but you just can't see it sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you have an area that you don't want people to use a compass in for whatever reason, just make it in that area that it spins. You know, like you're in a weird...
Make us press a button for sense heading. That's okay.
Tomart says,
I'll
hi,
take
Nathan
it.
Sparrow. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, hey.
Sense heading. Grix agrees with sense heading. So is Grendel Reaper.
See?
Yeah, I could live with that.
I
mean,
could
got
too.
used to it.
I kind of liked it, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
everybody kind of liked it.
Once it got up a bit.
Well, no, yeah, it sucked at first until you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get it past about 2025, it goes up really good. Those first 10 points are brutal.
Yeah, agreed. And don't try to get don't try to add to it. For example, it being like, hey, until you're skilled up and good at it, it might tell you the wrong way. Don't do that,
No.
because
no,
then
no.
I won't never trust it. I will never trust it.
Right.
I mean, well, it says I'm going north, but that one time, you know, it might as well not be in the game at that point. I will never trust it again if it lies to me.
Sense heading with a compass would be great. Like, the compass is spinning when you're 0, and then the more you get the skill
Yeah.
up, it tells you which way.
I like that. Everybody's good. Everybody's at 100%. We'll go ahead and start traveling down the river. This should be the way, not towards the bears.
Please, no. Got Minus's hatred for bears now.
Yeah. This game will reinforce it, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that alligator? Yeah, let's get that crocodile. Oh, we got a whole camp of them. Killing crocs down by the river. I'm glad I've never lived anywhere where there's crocodiles in the river. I have lived where there's alligators.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have those either.
See, to me, that's tomato. I don't know the difference.
Alligators are prettier, I think, than crocodiles.
Yeah, but they both eat you.
They both eat you. I have a.
They got the rounder
Kind of
snout.
Yeah, they got a smaller, rounder snout. The gator does. I just kind of like alligators. I just kind of like them. It's like a dinosaur. When you see a really big one come out of the water, it's like a dinosaur coming out. It's crazy.
It is, and I don't want to see a dinosaur. Unless it's little and cute.
Behind the fence. Behind the fence. Because often in Louisiana, if they know, because like a lot of restaurants will feed an alligator, so it knows to come back at a certain time or on a certain day of the week or whatever to get fed. It's almost like a tourist thing, you know. People go to see the alligator, but there'll be a fence. You know what I mean? They throw it over the fence so you can get really close to it without.
Have you not watched Jurassic Park?
Yeah. What was it? Nature will find a way.
Yep.
Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
So they're bringing back woolly mammoths. They've been talking about that forever, but they're like probably months away from the first one being born.
Really?
You guys saw that? Yeah.
No.
I know nothing about that.
In one type of dinosaur, they found a DNA match close enough with some kind of lizard or something that it's next. And what they're doing is they have... no, once again, we were just talking about this earlier. They might be lying. But supposedly, they have sequences of DNA that are close, and if they can find a relative where the DNA matches good enough, they can something mix that DNA in with whatever that creature is, let it give birth with the closest ancestor can give birth to it. It's a modified DNA, but it will give birth to, you know, whatever it was they spliced the DNA with. So woolly mammoth, apparently, from what I read, is going to be born next few months. And then if it goes well, they're going to try... It is a dinosaur, but it's a smaller one that they think is less aggressive. They're going to try it next.
Oh, boy.
That always ends well.
Yeah. Of course it's going to end well. They got this.
Scientists are so trustworthy.
I know they found a preserved, frozen woolly mammoth, I think it was, a few years back.
I remember
I
that.
wonder if they can scrape
That's probably where they got it from. I bet you
DNA
anything.
from, yeah.
They say that, I might be getting this mixed up, but I believe, like, wherever they got the DNA from, which was likely that, because I remember that happening, DNA degenerates over time or something, so it was, like, missing a few pieces, little chains or whatever, and they were able to fill those in with a whatever, you know, whatever creature. It was a type of elephant, but it wasn't the I don't think it was the African elephant. It was some other kind of elephant.
There's, I think, Asian and African elephants.
It might have been the Asian one. I'm pretty
They have
sure
the
I
smaller
remember.
ears.
Yeah, it was that one.
Asian
Yep, that was the one. Yep, and they found it to be closest to the woolly mammoth. Did they do that? They do. So most of our advances in technology have come from somebody who wrote a book. Satellites, for example. What was that guy's name? The big science fiction writer. He started his own religion.
Asimov?
Scientology came from his books.
I don't know.
I can't think of his name right now. I had a few of his books when I was young, and then he was banned in my house because of
Isaac
Scientology. No, I don't
Ron
think it was
Howard?
him. Was it Ron Howard? Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
He makes movies, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's
Cool,
not him.
I'm bad with names.
I'm gonna find it. It is L. Ron Hubbard. That's why you had that. L. Ron
That's
Hubbard.
right.
So he invented satellites in a book, and then what do you know? A little bit later, we're shooting satellites up in space. Supposedly, we don't even know if that's true. Don't believe anything.
There's at least balloons. So.
Right.
Oh, there are balloons. That has been spotted. That is now a fact. I didn't see one though. I didn't see the balloon.
No.
You're right. I didn't either.
They could have been paid actors. We don't know.
I saw a picture.
My conspiracy is they're Canadian balloons and they're blaming the Chinese.
Oh, I like it.
Because it went all the way from up Alaska down through Canada and nobody says anything. Cricket, cricket.
Isn't Canada trying right now to do a I don't know a centralized news? Like the government controls the news? Is that real?
Gosh.
That's what I read.
I don't know. It would not surprise me. Honest to goodness.
Guys, we have.
I thought,
we were. We were all told how evil, North Korea is because they centralize everything, and then it's like, so why are we doing it?
Because they're using them as role models.
Dude, they totally read that. They totally read 1984. That's like their, that's their playbook, I believe.
That's their playbook.
Brave World mixed with 1984.
Scientists copying books, right?
I'm joking, Sunglare. I'm joking. I believe in satellites. I'm joking. I've seen them with my bare eye. Just their little twinkles going across the sky.
You have a bare eye?
I do.
Cool.
I say I do, but I could be artificial intelligence and not even have an eye.
I think that's true.
I just don't want people to assume nothing. It could be true that I'm not real.
That sounds cool. You have a bare eye. A lizard eye.
Have a bare foot, too.
Yeah.
Yes, the barefoot disease.
It's rough. They should stop trying to replicate the things to get a bunch of people killed. I mean, you would think. I mean, it's hard to believe that you read Jurassic Park and then you're like, let's do it. You know what I mean? It's just me, though. I feel like the book, though, because I haven't read it since I was young, but I do remember reading Jurassic Park, and at least at that time when I read it, it seemed like it pretty much explained the science really well. It seemed like it really went into deep detail of how they did it, how they were able to.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Because that was why I had trouble reading Crichton books back then, was he was so detailed in the stuff that I was way too young to understand what the heck he was talking about.
It's like another author who wrote, I can't think of his name, but like Clear and Present Danger. Who's that?
I don't remember, but I know the book.
Yeah, so he goes into really, really detailed details of how the government works and how all these things are like on the edge of being classified information, and he's got in his books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not read any. Just know of them, so that's cool, though. Okay, that triple up beat us up last time. Let's just go around. Keep moving up the river. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. It's a triple up. Is anybody leveled up this session?
Not I.
Okay, we'll skip the triple up.
39 away.
Grind is real.
Yeah, the grind is very real in this game. Cringe Ponies proof Nathan is real. Yeah, because an artificial intelligence would never do that. Unless it was trying to convince you that it wasn't artificial intelligence. Hmm? Tom Clancy, there we go. I can't believe I couldn't think of Tom Clancy.
Yes. So he has incredible insight into the inner workings of like some of the science.
And he was military, right?
Yes, I think so.
Marine, maybe,
So
I want to say.
he had like classified information.
Tom Clancy will definitely always go down in time as one of the better authors, you know. Wouldn't surprise me if some of his books don't end up in school readings at some point, etc. He'll go down as a classical author at some point when it's whatever the time limit before they can call you classic are. It's crazy to me to always think about there was a point in time where there was no TV, you know, and reading too many fantasy books was considered, like, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're wasting your time. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, if you weren't reading like Steinbeck or something, you're considered wasting your time.
Yeah. Like, there was families who... There was kids who grew up and had to sneak to read Lord of the Rings because their parents wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was a waste of their time and too silly and...
Little would they know that there'd be time where I'm like encouraging my kids to read Naked Great.
Read anything. That's what we do.
Yeah,
We're like,
anything.
anything. Read anything. I don't care. You're gonna learn something. You're gonna learn how to spell stuff, or you learn new words. You're gonna build your grammar.
Well, I definitely put good stuff in their school curriculum.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Smart.
But what they read on their own
yes,
steam.
what they read on their own time.
Yeah, that's the most exciting, when the kid picks to read a book. That's when I get really excited.
Yeah, our non-reader, his favorite book became Black Beauty.
Oh,
He
wow.
read it a couple times, and they watched the movie after that, like
Mhm.
on repeat. They loved it. But that's his favorite book.
Never read the book.
He loved it.
You know what book I loved when I was a kid? It's not even allowed anymore, I don't think. I don't even know if anybody sells this book anymore. I don't know. Tom Sawyer, man. That was such a good story.
Oh, yeah?
Tom Sawyer was my favorite book when I was a kid. I loved that story. And I read Huckleberry Finn, but I didn't like it as much. Tom Sawyer was just a classic.
I never got to read it.
I feel like it really takes you back to that time period. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good book. Classic, like, you know, there's some truth in that, because I think we are in the times when the Beastie Boys is considered classic music, right? Are we there yet? I think we are.
I don't know. How old did they have to be? Like 25 years or something?
I don't know. I don't know the rules.
I don't know.
But I do know that I don't listen to the radio much, but I turned it on, and it was a classic station, and it played the Beastie Boys. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, I guess it is classic now.
I heard Ozzy on the elevator once.
On an elevator.
Yes. I'm like, I know. Oh my gosh, am I old?
How the times have changed.
Yep.
Imagine back then if they'd have played Ozzy when he was in his height on an elevator. People would have went crazy.
Now our kids are listening to like Metallica and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Our oldest daughter just got her first guitar this week, and she's already learned. What's she playing on? What song?
Master of Puppets.
Master
Oh, wow.
First,
Yeah.
Already.
first 4 chords. No, the first 4 chords. Just
Yeah,
getting
she's learning it,
feet
though.
wet.
Impressive.
These are artsy. Well, we have a lot of artsy kids, actually. All different things, whether it's writing, drawing, music, creative.
There's something about this world that gives me old school MMO vibes. I really like it. That's exactly what this game is going for. Reminds me of PvE and Dark Age came out near the river in Salisbury Plains. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of vibe this game has. It is exactly that. It's a long grind, so you just kind of... Like, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, man, I'm going to be leveled up soon. Like, it's so far away at this point that I'm just hanging out, killing stuff.
They slowed everything down. Slower combat. Want you to chat.
Yep, this is the old school MMO vibe. It's really the only one out right now that has this kind of feel.
You want a single pull?
Oh, you see something?
No, I'm saying. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want a single pull. They did make it easier for you to discern, to figure out what you can take with the chevron system, yeah.
And you stay in a zone for a while. Like, you have to keep coming back to this zone in different spots and finding different camps. And
Yep.
you're not just in it for 5 minutes till you get 3 levels and move on.
Yeah, I've spent a ton of time in the Meadowlands. I've spent a ton of time in each zone, really. Dryfoot is kind of the next one, even though I've already spent quite a bit of time there. Oh, it's a 3-up crocodile. We don't want that. Let's see what this turtle is. Oh, we got to some bunnies. Oh, they're weakling bunnies, though. I'll get this turtle. Maybe if we rested all the way up, we could try that 3-up crocodile.
Yeah, our kids have read or watched both Charlotte's Web and Old Yeller.
Old Yeller?
And my favorite.
They watched
Where
and
the
read
Red-
Old Yeller?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And Where the Red Fern Grows, because that was my
That's a
favorite
good one.
growing up.
That is a good one.
I read that probably 15 times when I was a kid.
They used to turn Old Yeller off. I didn't even know about the ending until I got older. Alright, yeah, let's rest all the way up and I'll go grab that 3-up. We'll try it. I'll pull him way out so he's already leashed decent. Alright, where'd he go?
Will the bunnies attack?
I don't think so.
Non-aggro?
I think they're non-aggro. Let's see if he can get out of the water. Oh, he's a-coming. Might be stuck. Oh, he is. He can't get out of the water. Okay, I'm gonna hop down there then. He'll be easy to run away from. Oh, never mind. That was bad. There's a lot of crocodiles down here. I'm getting out.
I think he can't get out because it's too... You can't climb it, maybe?
Okay, I
Or
got
you
out.
found a good spot.
Yeah, he can't jump, so he can't get out. Maybe if I...
There's a
run him-
red
Oh,
circle
run! There's several of them.
running. Several? Oh, no.
Yeah. Forget that part of the river. Wait, we only got one. The other one's stuck.
No,
All
there's
right.
one on Witcher.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
think we got 2.
I think that's Witcher running.
Okay, never mind then. Running it. Well, Witcher will... I don't even see him, so he's gonna leash that one, so we might as well kill this one.
This is Too low, yeah.
He must have had to run it far. I don't even see. There he is. He's coming back.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell if that was him because so far I couldn't see the name.
Those people over there are bandits, and they're really high level in those trees over there. So you have to watch out for them.
Gonna need food and drink.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, we'll rest. I shall go ahead and eat and stuff. If anybody needs food or drink, let me know. I have a lot.
It's almost that time of year again where I start like looking at all the different curriculum and what worked, what didn't work. That's my favorite time of year. I love planning the homeschool
Oh,
stuff.
really?
Yes.
I hate doing that part.
Oh my gosh,
I
love
hate
it.
Oh,
I
don't
drive
like it at
Brownie
all.
and the kids crazy. Like, look at this one. What about this one? Is this one exciting? And they're like, yeah, it's schoolwork. Get out of here now. This one looks fun to learn.
I'm hoping we get my son in more advanced math next time. That's the only thing I'm really thinking about.
I really like, for my advanced math students, the Saxon math.
Saxon? I've
Yep.
seen that.
I really like that one. It's pen, paper, textbook.
Mm-hmm.
It's very repetitive in the sense of they keep practicing skills.
Well, how do you grade it? Because I don't
Well, I
know.
mean,
Like I did algebra, I did geometry, I did something else.
What grade are you doing though?
He'll be doing 10th grade, but he's super advanced. Like he was already, before we pulled him out of school, he was doing geometry. And
Yeah. Well, ours is doing teaching textbook. Our 10th grader.
Okay.
And he's really liking it. It's teaching him well. He's doing the geometry right now.
Yeah.
And he's having to do proofs and everything like that. So
Are you having to learn it as you go too, so that you can grade it, or no?
no, not with teaching textbooks.
Okay.
But
That's what
I'm
I was concerned with,
thankful
because I don't
Bounty
remember.
Yeah, Bounty is a math guy. So I leave the higher math to him and he's happy to do it. But the younger math, I kind of went through it with them. So, you pick it up and you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember this."
Yeah, a lot of this stuff I've been like, oh yeah. But I'm really not a math guy. I kind of just, I got through all the advanced math by figuring out tricks with simple math. You know what I mean? There's always a trick to it. You know what I mean? So when I was in school, that's how I got through it. Was I would oversimplify it to where I could figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, use some of the more popular math courses, which there's quite a few. But usually there's YouTube stuff, or there's different if you're enrolled in any kind of school, they'll help you out once in a while at least. There's different options. Khan Academy is one too. I haven't used it personally, but it's on YouTube and it helps with learning different math
What's it called again?
problem. Khan, Khan.
Okay, I've not seen that.
Khan Academy. That's free to use, and it's just watching YouTube videos to help with math problems.
So they don't understand how to do a certain thing.
Mm-hmm. Teaching textbooks has been great for me. Just it lets the kids. It's a not online, but like pre-recorded math to teach them, and it walks them through it, and they can go back to different examples. It tells them where they went wrong. It's been really good, even for high school.
Yeah, we're enjoying. We're definitely happy that we decided to switch to homeschool. It's just easier for schedules too, because you can, you know, if there's something happening and we want to do it during the day, whatever, you know, they can do the schoolwork in the evening. It doesn't matter.
Our son wants to start working next year, so he can work whatever schedule he wants to work and then do his schoolwork when he
Yeah,
gets home.
good point.
That's what he wants to do. He was thinking about going to the high school next door and decided he'd rather work and make some money and get some experience and do school.
Nice.
Homeschooling is so flexible.
Yeah, that's what's good about math. The collector is, and that's how I got through all of it, was like, I wouldn't necessarily do it the way I was taught to do it. I would just, once I understood what I was trying to do, I would just find a way to do that. You know what I mean? Once I understood, like, you know, the goal of getting to the answer, I would find my own ways. Not always. Sometimes the way they taught was the best way to do it, but when it got really complicated, I would break things down in a way to where I could figure it out without having to know the exact way the teacher taught it. Which used to be allowed. They don't really like that anymore in traditional public schools. They like you to do it the way they teach it.
Have you thinking on your own?
Yeah. But when I was a kid, as long as you could show how you got to the answer, so they knew you weren't cheating, and you could get to the answer, they really didn't care. That meant you understood. We got two.
Got
Hopefully,
3 coming?
don't know. I think the crocodile is just walking. Goodness. He doesn't have that confidence in his strut. Oh, bounty code scared me. I thought one of those. I saw a shadow coming up. I thought one of those bandits were on us. It sounded like a sad story because of the music. That's something we're taking advantage of on the podcast. We have like different emotional music ready to go on the soundboard. So if somebody starts telling a sad story, I can cue up some really sad music to go along with it to over dramatize everything.
You're sitting on a frog.
He's comfy. Squishy.
Yeah.
Squishy little frog to sit on. Don't tell your wife, Collector.
Oh gosh.
Don't tell your wife that I sit on frogs because they're comfortable and squishy. Are you guys good for P99 tomorrow?
Oh, I have my book club tomorrow.
Oh, book club. Okay.
Yep.
I'll be here.
Well, the good thing about P99 is you don't have to worry about us like over leveling
Power
or
leveling.
anything.
Yeah.
You know, we might. What you're above us anyway, so we'll just get closer.
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll probably gain like 1 level, most likely. Or we'll attempt to. Let me be careful. We're gonna attempt to gain 1 level. It doesn't mean we get what we want.
Oh, I hear something big.
Yeah, it's a Ridgeback. We're gonna get him next. Witcher will be there, cool. So we'll have calming. Grando Reaper says she always has book club.
It's once a month, Grano Reaper. And I missed last month.
Yeah, thank you, Vaughn. That's a big thanks. Shout out to we had a big super chat from Daimlos, and make sure don't tell a lie off memory, and of course your first super chat of the day. Slap through goal. See, that's what they normally drop, is the worn crocodile teeth. Who ended up getting that, by the way?
I think I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep that, because there's a quest, and it must be a really important one, because people were going crazy trying to get it, I remember. Let's see if I can pull one.
Witcher wanted it.
You did?
You got 100.
What?
On a roll.
Oh, he won it? Witcher got it? I think Witcher may have that quest.
I got one in my phone, so.
How do you guys feel about a system where, let's say everybody needs on something, right? But the game knows that 2 of those 5 people who click need actually need it for a quest, right? So the game secretly gives them a bonus to their roll. Like, it'll say, like, for example, it'll say something like, well, because they need it for the quest and the others don't, I'll make sure they roll at least above 30. Doesn't guarantee they get the item, but gives them a little bonus. How do you guys feel about that?
I like it. ChatGPT AI logic.
Yeah. Let that
I would
AI
just honestly
figure out.
say, let the quest roll take priority. So you could even add. Well, you wouldn't need to add a button if the game knows you have the quest.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's say you're rolling against other people who have that quest. That's fine. And then people below is kind of like a greed.
Yeah.
It's almost like not having to hit need, but you know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it would just kind of make it to where it just rolls and it bases it
It's
off
a need
of...
roll, yeah.
But it still is the possibility that you win it even if you are the person who technically doesn't need it.
Sure.
It's
if
bad.
Nobody has the quest.
Right. That's the kind of future we're probably headed for stuff like that, with AI advancing.
I would like that, yeah.
There's a lot of alligators here. We hit the jackpot. This is probably where people came to farm for those teeth, I bet.
At some point, I'm going to have to go make dinner stuff.
Yeah, we're probably getting close to wrapping up. Just let me know when you gotta go and we'll wrap it up from there. So I gotta take a little bit of time to eat, and I've also got to get ready for the next stream.
Star Fantasy.
Phantasy Star 2 New
Or
Genesis.
Phantasy Star.
Yep. For the
Okay, no.
MMO tourists. So Steve and Dave are supposed to be there. Now, guys, if Steve can't make it, though, because of the restaurant thing, he owns a restaurant, and he's having trouble staffing right now. So if he can't make it tonight, which he said he could, he thought he'd be able to, but if so, then I'm still going to do a late stream. I'll just do, we'll play some more Skies of Arcadia. I'm hoping we get in our MMO tourist show today. And we will have a wheel to spin. It's not a torture show, so the wheel is more fun type things. I'll pull it up actually so I can show everybody.
Somebody was trying to get me to sing and do ASMR.
Yeah, that's from the
I'm like,
torture.
Yeah, this is not the torture sparrow stream.
This is not MMO Torture Sparrow.
Well, me singing would be torture for you guys.
Trying to find the right one. There's so many of these for different shows. Never mind, I was going to pull it up, but I can't find it. I may have to remake it. Yeah, looks like I might have to remake it. Well, anyway, we have stuff on there like, see if I can think of them. There's one where the wheel can land on where we got to play, what's that game called? Red light, green light? But lag counts, so whoever the judge is, if they see you move, even if it's due to lag.
Well, you have a delay on your channel.
Well, no. The person's going to be doing it on their screen, right? So, you see what I'm saying? So, say if I'm not it, then and Dave is it, then if he sees me continue moving after he sees a red light, then I'm out. Oh. You see? We have a bunch of vacation themed things, like, especially for this game specifically, we have to go hang gliding off a cliff, stuff like that. Vacation type things. We have some fun ones with other players too. Like one of them was you have to go try to get someone to go on a date with you to a local tavern. Like a real player. You have to go try to convince a real player. Stuff like that. Feed MMO cop in the AI program, turn it into an anime. As that stuff gets better, definitely I'll be using it for Grinch Bounty. As that gets improved and you can actually get what you want out of it.
Can't always get what...
That's right. But you get what you need. Do you guys need to go back to town or anything in the game? Sell, probably?
Could, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Make our run back. So everybody's in a nice cozy spot, can sell and all that.
So did you even get close, Bounty?
I'm 22% away, so yes.
Nice.
It's pretty close. Only about 3 hours left.
Yeah.
Reals.
Alright, let's try to run back and not get lost. There's a town right there, but let's go back to the main town, because it's just easier for everybody not to be stuck in a scary
Maybe
spot.
we could run past the monolith. I think it's by that town, right? Isn't it on the road? For Bounty. Bounty probably doesn't have the monolith yet.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not able to teleport yet.
Ooh. Bounty, we didn't have our afternoon coffee.
Or nap.
Ooh, double trouble. Hey, what's up, Mugen?
Mugen?
I'm playing. This is Mugen's favorite game.
I hear he likes the crafting a lot.
Yeah, he's a big fan of crafting. This is just. He told me the other day in private. He said, "Man, this is everything I ever wanted out of an MMO, and I'm just so happy to play it every day."
Sounds about right.
He is always so positive. I mean, you can't be sure he really likes it.
Yeah, it's true. He has a positivity curse someone cast on him where he can only be positive 24/7 about everything.
The excited gamer.
Yeah. Should make a new character called the Dramatic Gamer. It's just super dramatic about everything. feel like that may fit in good with today's times.
You might end up offending a bunch of people.
Probably would. That's okay.
The right
If, you haven't-
people. But
if you've not offended nobody, then are you even alive? Have you truly lived?
I guess only people that truly have zero opinion about anything.
That's the only way.
Is there such a person?
No, because not having opinions sometimes is offensive to some
That's
people.
true, because you do
Yeah.
have to take sides.
Yeah, I've been in many
sometimes,
situations where people are mad, like, you have to pick a side.
you
And I'm
don't
like,
pick
dude, I
the-
don't want to. I think it's all wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're all idiots, so can't pick a side. Oh.
Yeah, they just take the mentality: if you're not with us, you're against us.
Yeah, there's that. Yep.
Aw, what a nice thing to say, Muujin.
I'm here to support my friend, even if I don't like the game. That is nice, because I can't imagine supporting any of you guys if you're playing Fractured Online.
That's not true. You would.
It's
totally
not
take-
true.
No, it's not true.
It's not true. I'm joking.
I could totally see you saying, Farrah's playing this game that's absolutely horrible, but if you want to see her, go play. She's a
It's
great
still a
streamer."
fun stream. Even if the game is awful.
I could totally see you saying that.
I would say that. Alright, I'm going to correct a little bit because I think I'm... Whoops.
Whew.
I can't tell. We got to be headed at least somewhat to the right direction, though.
Well, we're hitting water again, so I don't know.
I think we're almost there. Because I see the mountain right there, so we should just be able to cut up. I'll know it when I see it. We'll get to... It's like a little building or something, and then the turtles. And then we can cut up.
Okay. See, I'm directionally challenged even with a map. So I find this with no GPS thing, no compass, nothing. Not fun for me.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it takes away the fun for me. But I get the appeal for other people. I have an issue.
I'm not very
like-
good either. I'm really bad with directions.
And it's in real life too. I can get turned around super easy.
Yeah, me too. I don't have that mandar that seems like every other dude's able to just be like, oh, I know where we're at. I'm always like, I don't. I have no idea.
No, that's only you, Jason. You get banned.
Special feature for Muujin. Bats.
Okay, there's the island. Okay, we are definitely still on the right path. Got foggy.
Yeah.
I thought it was my monitor.
Yeah, somebody's been smoking in this zone too much. Hotboxing in here.
Looks like I should be able to harvest it like in New World.
Harvest the fog?
No,
You
the
can do that? Oh.
little mushrooms on the
Yeah,
tree.
it does look like it, yeah. I was supposed to say, I didn't know you could do that in New World. Harvest fog. Yeah, F-Word Online may not come back. That is kind of sad. That's screwed up, if that's what's going
Yeah,
on.
because there's a team of people that worked on that.
Yeah.
And it probably was years.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
It was several years at
Sad.
least, because I remember playing it in beta, and that was, gosh, 2018 or so? 2019, maybe? Okay, here's the little shack I was talking about. There should be turtles here. Yep, there's the turtles. Okay, we should be able to cut up this way now. Yeah. Got kind of scared because I saw a bear. This is right. I see it. Yep.
I see the road. Yes.
Go around this turtle herd.
A herd. I wonder what they're called in real life.
I
I'm
don't
sure it's a
know.
thing.
The other day we saw a herd of robins.
Flying together. Nothing more beautiful than a herd of bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was probably like 50 of them. Crazy. You don't usually see that many
Yeah,
together.
the flock usually just caps out at about 20, 25. Anything above that, it's a herd.
Right. That's correct.
Very technical. Bird is a bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is a bird. I always thought that was Pee Wee Herman, but somebody said that song was way before Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah.
it was Pee Wee Herman, too. Stream is a little delayed, so Mugen hasn't heard the explanation yet.
Murder of Crows.
Mmm.
Like, who comes up with these names? For a group of something. Is that a job somewhere?
Yeah, murder is a little... I mean, that's just not necessary, I feel like. That shouldn't be a word used for a group of anything.
Poor little crows.
Maybe a group of serial killers.
Yeah. That would be
It's
the
a
act
murder of
that's
serial
gonna happen.
killers.
Yeah, when there's a group of serial killers gathering, a murder will take
It's
place.
called
Yeah.
a murder.
It is called a murder when they all gather, for sure. Somebody. I wonder if that's ever happened, where there's been like a serial killer in like a certain area and another serial killer in another area, and they teamed up. I wonder if that's ever
Right.
happened before. Like, how would they find out who the other one was? They have some kind of secret
Well,
underground communication.
there's
The dark web.
couples that do that, so that's kind of like
Yeah,
two
yeah.
crazies.
There's been a few of those that I've seen or read about.
Yeah. That you met at the conference.
At the serial killer conference, yes.
Yeah, with Cannibal Dad.
You have a card membership.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you lose your card, you're out. They don't do replacements.
Well, they just murder you.
That's what
Blood
being
in.
out means, I think.
Yeah, blood in, blood out.
Is everybody zoned over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm following Sparrow.
Oh, I see you guys. You guys are on up the road.
Sorry about that. I thought
No, it's
you-
fine. Keep going. It doesn't matter. We all know the way from here.
No auto follow. Nope.
What kind of game is this?
You
Even
cannot be a lazy
P99
wizard.
follows. No compass, no follow. What is this?
It was definitely nice, casual, just grind out some XP and nice.
Yeah, it looks like I gained about 10%. It's so brutal this game is.
10%.
I gained about 10%. Now, they were all blues to me, though, that we fought.
Oh,
Wow.
I got 73%.
Well, that's good. You need it.
Yeah.
Right, but wow, what a difference the level spread is.
Yeah,
Like how
so
little you get.
I really, which when you guys get up a couple levels, it'll be faster because we'll be able to kill whites and yellows and double ups and even some triple up blues. You know what I mean? So it'll get faster. I'm not in no rush. This ain't the kind of game you rush.
Right, there's no point, right?
Yeah, there's no point to rush.
This is the point.
Yeah,
You
because
get frustrated if you were in a rush because this
Right.
is a slow game.
and by the time we get to max level, there's gonna be a ton of stuff to do. So it's
Right.
not
If
it's
we
not a
take-
rush.
If we take it slowly.
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice. To be honest.
Well, no, this is strategy, guys. We're taking it slow.
It's part of the strategy, okay?
Yeah.
There is no PvP, Cameron. They said they have no intention of adding it either. Now things change, over time, but as of now, they're saying they have no plans to even do PvP. It's a PvE game,
Yeah, they don't want to ruin the game.
basically. I could see them adding something like an arena where you can go, or
Yeah, opt in.
dueling. Yeah,
And dueling dice.
Oh, they did add that. That's true. You can play a dice game now. You can do dueling dice against other players. Which we should do that next stream. I haven't even tried it.
Yeah, me either. I'll duel ya.
Do a little dueling dice.
Yep.
I don't even know how. I'll have to look it up. I think you have to have the dice in your inventory, don't you? Isn't that a real thing? Maybe not.
I don't know. Let's slash duel each other and figure it out.
All right.
I'll meet you at the Ember Ring in the city.
Okay, I'm almost there. I'm interested. Looks cool and old school. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Very relaxed. Back to New Haven.
Yeah, I think you just slash duel.
Okay, let's see what it's like.
I do like their art. Whoever did the art for their like splash screens and stuff when you're zoning. I'm just at the Ember Ring, Nathan.
Okay,
Is
still
that Bounty?
loading in.
Sorry, I thought that was you. That was Bounty.
All right, here I am. All right, let's try it.
Challenged you. So now what?
Accept it. Says I rolled. You rolled.
Oh, it even does it for you.
Yeah.
Pharaoh has
You
defeated
defeated me.
Nathan. So you don't even do anything.
It just does.
You're
that
just
stuff.
watching it roll. Yeah.
Did the dance automatically? It did like a
yeah,
failure thing
it
for
did
me.
its own thing.
All right, so now I'm gonna do it to you.
Will it kill me though? Do you need full health first?
Oh, it takes your health. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So there is. It's not just for fun. It's not just for
Right.
funsy. It takes your
So
health.
that's their PvP.
That's the PvP. That's funny.
Yeah, it was all automatic. We didn't do anything but click accept or slash
Accept.
duel.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, it expired. I'm just waiting for you to get your health back. You can challenge me.
All right, it's almost back. Alright, let's do it again. Whoops. Oh, I think it's the lowest roll then, huh? Let's see. Oh no, we keep going. I don't know if I
It has
understand the
something to
rolls.
do. You roll the dice that the last person got.
Oh, you're
like-
right. I rolled a 10, then you rolled a
So now it'll be a
D10.
1d6. You defeated me.
I'm trying to figure out how rolls a D1. You rolled a 1. So I guess until it can't go any lower? How's it? I'm not sure.
Oh.
Not sure I understand the rules. A little gimmicky, but at least there's a way to settle disputes, yes. All right, well, guys, thanks for joining us today for another Ember stream. Let me check the schedule, actually. I have it on again. I have Embers again sometime this week, I think. And hopefully, the plan is that here in a few hours, should start at about 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do our Pantheon MMO Tourist Show, which we're playing. We spun the wheel, and it landed on Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis. We're going to be playing that. We will have a wheel to spin for people that want to play, for fun role play and hilarious things that we'll do. And let me see here. Let me see what I'm doing Embers again. Looks like tomorrow I'm doing Skies of Arcadia during my day stream. EverQuest P99 is tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, Skies of Arcadia. Oh, Saturday evening I have planned to do some more Embers for 6 p.m. on Saturday evening. And then don't forget that this Sunday we will be doing the Game Geezer, the podcast premiere with me, Daimlo, Steve, and Dave. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, so 7 p.m. Central. We're going to be doing that show. And so come back later today, guys, for the MMO Tour Show with good old Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis, which I actually don't mind that at all. It's not my favorite MMO or nothing like that, but I think it's a fun game, especially playing console. I think it's one of those good games to just chill on the couch and play on a PlayStation or Xbox. I think it's super fun that way, and it has a decent story to follow, and it's got great graphics and pretty cool game. But we'll be playing that, rolling up new tunes and exploring that game together. Steve has tried it. I've tried it. Dave has never tried it, though. And Dave's already made his character, and it's a wild one, because the character creator lets you get a little crazy. But yeah, that'll be in a couple hours, Alex, at about, it depends on when everybody's ready, but we try to start at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then we play it until we can't take it no more, pretty much. Yeah, no problem, Cameron. Thanks for coming out, and thanks, Sparrow and Bounty, for playing with me and Witcher. I appreciate you guys.
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later for the MMO Tourist Show. Thank you all so very much. Everybody have a great evening. I'll see you guys then.
Bye.